Oh, we're here. All right.
And live.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, let's see. We just launched. Anyone watching? We just launched the our course with Fireship. So that's here now. Let me go ahead retweet that with just letting people know we're live on YouTube now too. Where do we get the link for this? Guess I gotta go to YouTube itself. Uh, Until I'm pro content creator over here, bro. I don't even know where my videos are, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, today you're in tune to Zack, the professional content creator.
Pro creator. I guess I can say that now. I'm getting paid for the course, so that's professional, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at me, mom. I'm uh I'm a pro content man. Sweet. Well, let's start with the thumbnail because I want to adjust our thumbnail for today was kind of boring. So maybe we could just like start by doing some fun stuff with the thumbnail.
Let's go.
Uh, okay, so this was my. We could maybe talk about this stuff too. While we're waiting for more people to show up too. But this is the thumbnail for the YouTube video I did earlier this week. Which this was the one I made after the video was over. This was the one I was going to do before I started recording the video. I'm glad I went with the other two, or the other one. But
Yeah,
well, my baby's crying outside the door. Can you hear her?
yeah.
Oh shoot!
No,
Here,
no, it's okay.
you can't.
Oh yeah, now I can. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Which one is it, Drew? Poor thing. Let me
At
message my
first, I
wife
thought
real
it was
quick.
my neighbor's child because my neighbor's baby actually cries a bit loud as well. So I was a little bit confused as to where the
Yeah,
sound
no.
coming from.
Yeah, she's. Oh, I always feel so bad when she's crying. But let my wife know she may scoop her up. Sorry, y'all. Outside.
So you should also know that Supership, aka Zack, is also a super dad.
Yeah. More than that, but I'm a super grandpa actually.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we have two grandchildren. Our oldest, she's 22 now, I think. So
Okay.
so yeah, our youngest or our oldest grandson is actually older than our youngest daughter. So he's got a aunt that is younger than him. So
Yeah, I have one of those.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I have an aunt who's younger than me.
oh nice.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, let's see. I wanted to. All my files are so messed up for thumbnails. I
Wait,
just
you're
kind of.
wearing the cap. Why are
Oh,
you wearing the cap? I don't have a cap.
this
What
is my
the
cap, Andrew. I know you were going to try to keep it, so I'm putting it on the hood, make sure can't grab it. This is very special to me. This cap. I actually really want to get the silver one and the green one now too, because yeah, it would be nice to cycle. You know what I'm
I
saying?
literally have no caps.
You
I
have no
have none of the
caps.
green one, the silver. I
Well,
have none of the caps.
do you like wearing baseball hats? That's the big question, I think.
No.
Yeah. Well, there you go. uh, is this it? Maybe I don't know. No, soup ash. I don't even know what
What
that
is
is.
this?
I think so.
Is it
I
cake?
got the logo for the Supership IO website. Uh, Let me bring that up. Throw that up there.
Do you design all your stuff?
No, no.
Oh,
The logo here, I actually went on Fiverr. I paid like
right.
$5 to get it. So I think that
Okay.
was probably like one of the iterations that we were doing with the designer. He had this one originally, and I actually like this design quite a bit. I don't know why I put super sup ash. Maybe it didn't come through right, but I
Yeah.
kind of like the two. the two lightning bolts, but I was like, wait a second. This is SS, and I think that's like the Nazi symbol right there. Like for the SS officers. That was a
Is it?
thing.
I don't
I
know.
thought so. At first, like it didn't occur to me, but when I saw the two lightning bolts, I was like, wait.
Good
That's
catch.
not right. So I was like, I like the two, but can we do like three? Just to make sure. Just to make sure it doesn't look like the some Nazi thing. That would have been
Yeah,
terrible.
that would have been terrible.
I feel like sometimes I worry about that stuff too much. I don't know. Like I'm sure there's references to everything that go bad, but this was probably a little too close. I do think the official SS logo was like two lightning bolts right next to each other. Let me Google it real quick. Yeah. Yeah, so that's like an SS officer's logo right there. It's just like the two lightning bolts that look like S's.
Oh, right.
So
I've never actually seen this before. So,
yeah, actually, it didn't occur to me. We were going forward with this design. There's another one that I thought was actually really cool. Maybe I can find that one too. Um, but there's another one that wasn't about lightning bolts, and I almost went that way. But yeah, I watched Indiana Jones of all things, and they have Nazis in there, and I was like,
yeah.
oh, that's
Yeah.
that's where I've seen that before.
Right.
So yeah,
What's the story behind the lightning bolt actually?
well, the super base actual one, that's kind of like a lightning bolt, right? Is that not what this is? Like I thought that's what that was. What is it?
No.
It's not. That's clearly a lightning bolt to me. Sure, I don't know. Okay, what's the official story behind this? What is this?
I don't know the official story, but it's definitely not a lightning bolt.
It's not a lightning bolt. Really? Okay. I thought it was clearly a lightning bolt. That's why it was like, let's do lightning bolt. Like Firebase has fire, Supabase has lightning bolts. All right, we gotta. Who do we talk to figure this out? Is this Ant or is this Koppel or is it
Yeah,
someone else?
I think it's between both of them. I think, yeah, I think they were the creative minds behind the idea of the logo from early on, I guess,
Gotcha.
or maybe even Johnny. Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah. Huh. I wonder where the thumbnail. I'm so disorganized with my files. I'm trying to find the thumbnail we use for like the Supaship live stuff, but I feel like I'm so bad at doing that kind of stuff on stream. But let's find it. Where's
well,
this
not naming
stuff?
things, organizing things is hard.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty organized with my code at least when it comes to files.
Yeah,
Where do these things tend to live? Even if we open it. Oh, have you ever played around with the AI stuff like Dolly and stuff like that, Drew?
nope.
It's pretty
I
cool.
Yeah, I've seen people done some really cool things with it. I think Ant has access to it as well. He did some stuff which were quite hilarious because in case most of you viewing or anyone who views this after don't know, Ant is like our chief meme officer,
Yeah.
meme lord,
Oh,
meme
I
lord
definitely
Ant.
think this has the capability to really like change the meme game for sure.
Yeah, he did
Right.
use it to test out some meme and stuff, and it was hilarious what it came back with.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
We won't be able to compete, I think, in a few years with comedy in general. I was
yeah,
listening to a podcast with some comedians, and they were talking about like eventually in a couple years we might have like how like they have the Olympics where they have like performance enhancing tests. They might have to
right.
have that with AI at some point. Like I came up with these jokes myself. I promise. It's gonna be yeah. It might change the game there. All right. I can't find this file. True. So we're just gonna stick with the thumbnail we got. We'll jump into the code because there's a couple things I think I wanted to do today, just with updating the site now that we've launched. So I like the way things are looking. Supaship.io. Oh wow, we got some comments here. Let me go ahead and upvote them. So the deal with Supaship is we are we're really just recreating Reddit. Like that's the big thing we're building here. Um, and if we go to the message board, like this is the main feature we're going to build out in the course. It's like you can create a post on the top level, say hi everyone live, and we'll say, I don't know, this is some contents. And we'll go ahead and fire that off. And oh, I can't even get to it because we don't have paging yet. So paging was one of the things I wanted to uh, get into the app today while we're on here. Paging the if we look at I know this is super small so y'all can't see, but the URL already has paging, so we can actually just go to page 2 here to see what's going on there. I don't know what actually happened to our posts. Here's a bunch of downloaded stuff on page 2, but if we go to page 1, hey everyone live, there we are. Okay, so once we're in here, we can like add a comment, boom, and then we could add like another top level comment, another top level that will do up there, or we can nest inside of these, right? So you could reply and nested comment. Submit that one, and this is like using a tree structure, as you can see, and we go through that in the course a good bit, but you can see like we can kind of recurse to infinity with this, just with how deep these comments are going to nest. So
Yeah,
that's kind of like the idea. There's a couple things right now that are bare bones, and since we're like live right now, I wanted to make sure we got in. So first one is paging. I think though even more importantly would be, I think I added this feature really quick this morning to put something. This is just the welcome page. So this has like just something to let people know we're live. And we got the Supa base in 100 seconds here on the main Fireship channel. Then we got your link over here to the full course where you can buy it. So yeah, I'm so psyched.
quick question
I
about the course
yeah.
while you're promoting it. Today's sale day, right? Is
Oh
there a
yeah.
sale on the course?
Yeah, we've got 50% off. Oh, B-Man's here. Dude, B-Man. What's up, bro? Drew, so B-Man he's kind of a big deal, as I understand, in like Web3.
Oh,
B,
cool.
are you still working with Kin over there? And you're the CTO these days, I think. I hope that's right. If not, but yeah, he's a big deal, and we go back a little bit to when we were doing videos before. But yeah, let me put up on here. Uh, just add a comment. Coupon code. Use coupon code. I think it was Supaship for 50% off the course. Let's drop that in. We can maybe like, oh yeah, CTO at Kin. Good deal,
Cool.
man. I saw he got CTO, but I wasn't sure when that happened. So yeah, congrats, man. I'm sure you're doing. Oh, you're a big deal. Get out of here. You're definitely a big deal, bro. Thanks for coming by, man. Glad to see you on the stream. So like I said, man, we just launched the course. I've been friends with Jeff Delaney, the guy from Fireship, for years now. I actually have him to thank for a lot of stuff. Like the job I have right now at NX, he didn't provide the connection there directly, but it was working with him, I collaborated with him when he was smaller, but I was like nothing. I had never done anything on the internet before. I had just graduated like maybe a year ago and was in my first job at the time, and worked with him to make some cool content for his site back when it was Angular Firebase. We're both Angular Andes, I guess. Like started out with Angular. I started out with Angular 2 when it first dropped, which
Right.
was a really cool place to be. So like this was back 2015, and I was like I had to make a web app for my job, and I didn't know what to pull down. And one of the front end devs at my company told me to ignore the old Angular because the new Angular just came out, and that was my whole introduction to it. But yeah, like TypeScript was there, and that was like the first most of us had gotten our hands on TypeScript in a real way, which was
Yeah.
cool because for me, I had not done JavaScript before that point. So
Oh wow.
I was used to Java, and when I got TypeScript, I was like, okay, yeah, this is easy. But
Mm.
it was Java but better because the syntax all looked the same, but you
Yeah.
could actually just like work with object literals, which
Right.
is a super pain in the ass in Java. Like your hands just start hurting after all the typing you've got to do at the end of the day. So yeah, it's like it was at the point the perfect tool for myself. I think I got my app up and running in like a month and ready to go out the door to our client. So Angular was perfect for that. I think as you get into JavaScript more and more, like you don't need maybe you don't need a lot of the stuff Angular gives you once you're familiar. But but yeah, it's still the perfect tool I think for someone who's not a JavaScript developer to do something with JavaScript real quick. So
Yeah, you got in at a good time when
I,
Angular 2 came out because
I got yeah.
if you were to do Angular JS, you'd have left the camp when Angular came out, Angular 2, like
Yeah,
most
that's
people did, like
well
I did.
the worst thing about it was whenever you tried to Google stuff, you had to parse out. And there was no good way to Google because I
Yeah.
think the way they settled it was old Angular is now called Angular JS and new
Yes.
Angular is just called Angular. But at the
Yeah.
time, like trying to Google something, and especially being new, I couldn't immediately parse out which link was talking about the old and which one was talking about the new. So there's a whole pain in the butt there. But we got
All you
through
had
it.
to do was look for the scope. If there's no scope involved, it's definitely Angular. If
Yeah.
there's scope involved, then it's Angular JS.
Yeah. Well, I like interesting story, but I got in with Angular 2, so that's like what I knew. And
Yeah.
then, did the stuff with Jeff Delaney, just, that was just helping with confidence really and getting more stuff around. And then randomly saw the guys at NX posting that they needed new engineers. Responded to that because we were already using NX in our projects at my work,
Right.
and the like got on with them. And interestingly, many of my first assignments with NX was helping people convert their old Angular JS projects to Angular. So that's when I started learning about Angular JS. And Angular JS was really cool too. Like it was a lot more legwork around the like stuff like the dependency injection
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff, but it was still pretty cool. And
Yeah.
yeah, felt like maybe that was a little more hands off in terms of like getting out of the way for more advanced JavaScript folks too. But yeah, I really do like React just in terms of the like the philosophy behind things as well. It's just like what is a component? A component is a function that returns a render. Like here's some JavaScript, or not some JavaScript, but here's some markup that this is going to result in. So
Hmm.
most of the time I'll use React these days if I'm working by myself. But if I'm with a team, Angular is still a good choice just because it helps standardize around a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like a terrible. I'm a Angular developer expert, a Google developer expert for Angular. I feel like I'm a terrible one because I'm like, yeah, I mean, I use React most of the time. I never show up to any of the Angular things. I guess Angular gets a real bad rap in a lot of places too, but I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good for a
It
lot of
does.
stuff. It's just, um, yeah, if you can, if you're working by yourself and you know what you're doing, sometimes it's nicer to just do your own thing.
Yeah.
So, do you? What's your background in development, Drew? Are you mainly front end? I actually don't know.
Oh yeah. So yeah, mainly the front end stuff now, and DevRel related stuff.
So, what
Right.
does DevRel do? Because I'm
Uh,
not entirely clear on that.
okay. I guess it varies per company, right? My role at Superbase is, educating people on our toolings, the ecosystem, helping out where help's necessary, um, around any of the Superbase services that we provide, um, the JavaScript library, and so forth. So yeah,
Mm, cool. Yeah, I
yeah,
love the
and
JavaScript library y'all have. So
yeah. So just engaging with the community and try answering as much questions as possible and direct them to make them successful with
gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
So where does the responsibility start and end? Like, do you see problems like people are having, and then like you actually make the issue, or you make the PR and like you merge it in, or do you like, is it more you make the issue and then you let the dev team proper like implement the fix?
So it depends on what the problem is. If the problem is with the platform or with the library and it needs to be fixed, then yeah, I'll contact the appropriate team and get them to look into it. Or
Gotcha. Okay.
if I feel like it's something that should be small enough, I'd ask the individual who made the complaint or inquired about it. I'd ask them that if you want, you could create a pull request. It's quite cool to have that you've contributed to Superbase, so you can create a pull request and
Yeah.
we'll review it and get it merged in.
Yeah. I did a pull request earlier this week to help with the issue. So you can I I told Ants and Koppel about this, and they actually didn't know you could do this. But the Supabase CLI, you can install that via an npm package now.
Yeah,
And they actually didn't know this. They thought you had to use like I don't
brew
know the way.
or
Yeah,
something
brew,
like
I
that.
think was the way it said. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's totally there now on npm. So all you have to do is yarn add supabase to get it in. And I told people back when it was right here that on Twitter, if there was a stock, if npm downloads were stocks, I would put everything into the supabase CLI right now, because look what happened. Boom. It's almost 4x in like, I don't know, last couple months or
yeah,
last couple weeks. So yeah,
yeah,
the course will actually go into this a good bit, and this is actually too. I think there's a GitHub action right now that will help you get Supabase installed inside of your action pipeline.
mm,
But I started using that, but then I was like, oh, but there's this. So now I just like it comes. I have the CLI when I run my install, right?
yeah,
So I just have that. And I think I cached that alongside it. So there was something I was talking with Chow on the CLI team just about the big thing that's clogging up the action pipeline now is not the command to install the CLI, but the command to pull down the Docker images that you need the first time you run start.
yeah,
So they mentioned they're working on that, but I'm excited to get that in, because a lot of so one of the things I like most about the course we put together is we have full end to end tests for everything we build inside of the course, and like I hope it makes a really good experience for most of the people as you're developing with the course, because we'll have you put the end to end tests in, or really you should be writing them yourself. So maybe like there's two rounds. The first one is for the user flow, and the second one is for the message board. So
right,
I kind of recommend, okay, maybe use mine the first time. Use my, just copy and paste in my end-to-end test the first time and try to get them to run. But the second time, maybe try to write your own for everything we're going to do in the message board. And then,
yeah,
as you're developing, not only does it give you, well, I think like the biggest value you get out of doing something like that, especially if you set them up right, is you have like a red or a green light that you can see for yourself once you're done like doing everything else. Like, did I fuck anything up? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm cursing on here. Do you mind, Drew?
No.
Okay, cool.
It's your
Does
stream.
does YouTube mind? I don't want to be rude, dude. Does YouTube mind? Do they? I don't know if you can curse on YouTube Live. Does
I think
anyone
you
know?
can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, if not, fuck them. We went
Are we
there.
still streaming? Are we
Yeah, we're
still
still
live?
live. We're still live. They haven't taken us down yet. So yeah, all of our viewers, they're probably definitely monitoring us. Just playing. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get bigger someday. But anyways, what were we talking about? The CLI process. Yeah. So and talking about end to end tests and all that stuff. So it's just it's a red or green light to help you know if you fucked up or if you fucked anything else up when you added your new feature, which is huge because otherwise, like, you end up in this crazy situation where, well, that bug is back, you know. That's the worst, is when you keep doing that and bugs keep coming back. But
Yeah.
the alternative to this, so this is it. I think if you have good tests, you're in a place where you can make sure the bugs never come back. But if you have too many tests, you get into a place where you've just super glued your entire project. And if you ever want to take something off of that, it's a real pain in the butt. So
Yeah.
I think the trick to that is you got to figure out, to me, the trick to this is you just got to figure out what your interface is. And I think everyone has it wrong when it comes to front end dev in terms of what your interface is. Because if you talk to Angular folk, they say that the class, like the component class is your interface. I think that's bullshit, actually. The interface is the DOM. Like, that's what your users actually interface with. So like even the boundaries or where you draw your component lines are completely irrelevant. Like as long as the user sees what they're supposed to see on the DOM, that's all that matters. And any interaction with that should not happen in any way that the user doesn't know about what's going on behind the scenes, including mocking out, by the way, in my mind. So
Right.
in the course, and this is one of the things I love about the flows you can set up with Supabase, because of the tools you all have, like the CLI, you can stand up everything yourself locally. It's all running in Docker. It's all easily accessible. Same images, by the way, that are going to be out there if you use the, what do you call it? Supabase Cloud or the Supabase app?
Yeah. I mean, I normally see the hosted version. So,
yeah, the hosted version. So
yeah.
if you go to app.supabase.com, here's let me put that aside because that's got one of my friends' projects on there. I don't want to expose them to other people. But let
Someone's
me
gonna
pull up.
rewind the stream and pause.
I know. Well, I didn't show any keys or anything. I just didn't want to like
Nah,
put his projects on blast because he added
yeah.
me to his org. That yeah. So I don't want to reveal anything. But let's get mine up. I have like a whole other Google account just so I can get more than 2 free things on Supabase. Don't tell Ant and Koppel, they might shut me down. But yeah, look at this. This is kind of doing some numbers over here. This is the Supabase live site on the background, the
Oh,
dashboard.
nice.
So we've got some stuff. Look at all those
Ooh.
auth requests.
Yeah,
We're doing some numbers, boys.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of numbers, I think we just hit an all-time high. 3 people watching the stream concurrently.
What?
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
Hell yeah, bro. we need. Well, if we keep doing the live streams, we'll figure out like some some sound effects to do for that. But yeah, look at all that. That's the Fireship bump, I'm sure. Got a good number of API requests since we went live. You can see right there.
Yeah.
So people are using it. It looks cool. Got the real-time requests going. So yeah, and if maybe we could just show some of this stuff off to people. I don't think that any of this stuff is sensitive, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you could,
No, don't show this. Not the email
why
list.
not? Why not? Oh yeah. Well, that's just this is a false feature, anyways. So
Okay.
oh wait, there's actually people in here. Oh, sorry. I We'll edit that one out. Crap, you're right. Okay, so the email list, this was when I thought I had more time when I did. I put up an email list so that people could sign up for the course when it came out. So
Right.
I'll actually, I actually, there was only like 10 people in that list, right? Before there was only me and like Jeff Delaney.
Right.
Um, so I'll have to actually send those emails now. But what happened was I did launch the email list. That was just if you had created an account and you wanted to get an email when the site went live, I'd send you one. And
Right.
that was the whole idea. But I was like, I was going to make a whole video on this. I ended up throwing up a video that was like more simple and like didn't talk about that feature too much. So yeah, I guess some people found it. So that's pretty cool to see though. But as far as the rest of the stuff goes, like this is actually the tables that are running inside of our Postgres instance. So it's like really cool command board to see what's going on here with all this stuff. So here's my post table. And we'll see in the course, this is like a special Postgres extension, I guess is what you call it, to bring in this L tree type. This is going to tell us, it's pretty much a way of defining a tree structure in Postgres, which I was actually glad I hit because I thought I was good. I thought, Drew, I thought I was good at Postgres because back during that first job I was telling you about is like it started out all Java and Postgres. And I was
Right.
like the whiz kid. I was like fresh out of college. I'm older, right? But so I actually went to college a second time for computer science and then came out. So I'm older than most of the people fresh out of college, but I'm also younger than most of the people at this company. But I was the
Right.
whiz kid when it came to putting together the query to like join all the freaking tables together to get that piece of data you wanted. And like I was all right. I could do what was needed to be done, but there was still this kind of sense of poking around, like moving around in the dark, right?
Yeah.
Like I could give you that information, but by the way, it's going to come back in an array of one item because I don't know how to unwrap that thing from the array in Postgres. But you can see it, so deal with it. That
Yeah.
kind of deal. So and by the way, there might be some duplicates in the data you get out, that kind of thing. But I could get what people needed. So in my mind, I thought I was this baller when it came to Postgres, and then when I started into this course, man, I was. Do you play World of Warcraft at all by any chance?
I don't
No.
actually. I've been
Oh,
I've been meaning to get into it, but I just haven't.
you've been meaning to get into it, really?
Yeah. I mean to
Okay.
play Fortnite these days.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
My kids play Fortnite. I don't get into the first person shooters very much, but maybe sometime we could you could school me at Fortnite here on the stream. Maybe sometime we want
Yeah.
to do something fun.
My kids play Fortnite as well. So yeah, I normally play with
Oh,
them.
well, we could play with our kids then too, and they could school us bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm terrible. Whenever it comes to first person shooters, they have like the videos on the internet where it's just like the old man, like, and someone like crawls up behind them and just like brutally murders them. That old man is me, essentially. I don't know what's going on. Like, you could be
Yeah.
right behind me, and my awareness in those games is like, would have no clue.
Yeah.
But, anyways, how did I get started down this road? What were we
So we're
talking
talking
about?
about Postgres and how you
Oh
told
yeah,
your
yeah. And I said,
yes
did
on
you ever play
Website.
World of Warcraft? Is because there's a meme in World of Warcraft that was, "You're not prepared." And that's exactly how I felt when I started working at the Postgres stuff. I was literally just like stumbling around in the IDE, hoping this text would turn blue at some point to come up with a keyboard because all of my stuff, all of the knowledge I had built up had been flushed out. And I needed to pull it back up. And by the way, if you ever try to Google stuff around Postgres, documentation might be helpful if you're really good at this stuff, but for me, it was like super obtuse. Like, look at this. Wait, this
That's
is
exciting.
not the official one. Uh, Here's the official docs. This is
Yeah.
the official docs for Create Table. And I
No.
have no idea what the fuck is this is doing.
I don't follow these docs. I only go to these docs when I need a specific
Yeah,
information for instance the create if I want to know like what would global and local do. That's the
yeah,
only time
yeah.
I come to this docs. Otherwise, I will not go to this doc.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
This
this
kind of
more stuff.
stuff below is kind of helpful, but when I look at this, my eyes just glaze over. And I was trying to be like a good engineer and actually like dive into the docs and do a good job of like what's going on. But then I saw this. I was like, well, what does that mean? Like this let me get that a little bit bigger so people on the
And
stream
more.
can see. Oh,
and more
it's
to
off the
come.
side. Yeah. Like, what is that more to come? Do you know?
And more to come.
Is that to me that was just like, okay, don't worry, there's more stuff probably. But then you look a bit further and you have this. And it's very similar but different because there's a comma with an ellipsis inside brackets. So like what the fuck does that mean? And then come back over here. There's also you have something in there with the brackets and the ellipsis. So come on,
Magic.
Postgres. I don't know. This may be really helpful to some. Maybe it's just there's so many options available here on this because like create tables may be a bad example because it's such a broad command to do
Yeah.
and it's such a core command to what everything does. So I guess you have to have all the parameters on here. But working with JavaScript, like or TypeScript, really, that's the piece I like. The interface is so much simpler for how these things go and therefore how the syntax works. And I think part of it too, and this was part of the fun for me with this course as well, is just being in a place where I was not familiar again,
Yeah.
because everything I do for the most part is inside of this JavaScript realm. And even if I'm not familiar with the tool or anything like that, there's so much confidence that comes with, oh, I mean, I know my way around JavaScript. I could just like, if they have TypeScript, type's great. I can figure out most of the stuff from their interfaces. And if they just have JavaScript source code, like fine, I'll go inside the node modules and just like trace out what's going on, and it'll
Yeah.
be fine. Like that stuff's great. And unless it's like I have hit some of these crazy APIs, these crazy JavaScript APIs that I can't really follow because they're so complicated. But yeah, for coming into this, it was like, oh man, it was like being a kid again, dude. I was like, I know nothing, and it rocks because I felt like I was learning so much there for a little bit at least. And yeah, and then stuff starts coming in. But yeah, I was actually talking with Ants over there at Supabase about maybe doing something in the future too, or just focused especially on Postgres, so you can like kind of master the Postgres piece of this because yeah, I think there's a lot of cool stuff that Supabase can actually do with that too. Because at the moment, I can't see myself using Postgres without Supabase right now, just because like, what better way to set up a Postgres instance at the moment than just doing Supabase start? You know,
Yeah.
like you actually get a lot of stuff you probably don't need if you just want to focus on the Postgres part, but you do get a running Postgres instance running on your machine right now, and any tool that works with it, it's just Postgres, so you can just use that. But by
Yeah.
the way, if you do run it locally, I think I got a local version going right now. Local hosts, you can just go to 54323 where your dashboard's going to be running. And like, so I just like started up my project, my local project here, and I have an awesome table viewer to see everything. I can show the email list now because this one's just empty because this is my dev environment. Like it's using the same SQL that I sent over, and like we go into the course here too. There's a really cool system with migration scripts to send the DDL. So the DDL is your data definition language. So it's like a subset of SQL. Maybe it's like SQL is everything to create tables and to insert data into that table and to mutate the data in that table and to read the data in that table. The DDL is just like the bones of what your database is. So it's just like the table definitions, any kind of triggers, any kind of functions. I'm actually not sure if functions are officially part of it or not. Do you know? Yeah, or do you know, Drew?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I included in there. Maybe it's not supposed to be in there, but functions and triggers, I just lump that all in, and we'll create the migration scripts inside of the course, and then we'll show you at the deployment part. You can take all those all the DDL that you wrote locally, and you just push it up to your prod instance, and like this that's how I'm coordinating things. So my dev environment looks the same as my prod environment. And then as I create new features, you actually build the stack of the migration scripts that you run. So locally, whenever I do a stop and start of my Postgres, I'm running through that stack in order of all the migrations that we've run before. And that's great. It's perfect. It's exactly what you need to make sure that your local is exactly the same way as the prod, because there's also a command then to push all the new migration scripts up to prod. Your prod instance, by the way, is keeping track of all the migrations you've run before. So as you push new stuff in, it's like it'll check, okay, do I have everything from your stack? And if it's missing one, then it'll say, okay, just give me that one, and it'll take that one and run it locally, or not locally, but up on the prod instance. So really cool stuff there, and really cool system just for like how you can coordinate those two things and keep them in check. And like the stack of migrations is actually not what I expected to find there. What I expected was like you would have one like golden DDL, or the equivalent of it. And then whenever you push something to prod, you'd have to figure out a way of like making the mutations necessary, like changing the one golden DDL. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost
Yeah.
like more of a like the stack is actually this immutable version of the flow versus a mutable version of the flow, which is those migrations actually don't change. Those migrations actually change over time. The DDL will change over time. The immutable is instead, here's exactly what it is, and then here's exactly the change that we had to do on top of that. So once you get to the end of your chain, that gives you the resulting end state. So I
It's
actually
like
really like that.
it's like an audit trail, right?
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
keeping track of every single change you make in a migration file for
Yeah.
you before you push it up. So
And Lord knows that I love Redux. So you start talking to me about a audit trail or a ledger or something like that, I'm like, yes, this is how things work. This is how things should work, actually. Is okay. Um, for me, it's the question of simple versus easy, and I always go to simple because when it comes down to it, if you have so like there's the what was it, the memes that's like showing, okay, this is how you do it with Redux, right? Or maybe just like React versus Svelte, maybe a good example too. Like that's maybe even better. Have you what's the face for? What's the face for, dude?
because I'm full on Svelte.
You're just full on Svelte? Okay.
I
Well, I'm on board with that too, by the way. But I think it was Fireship that posted the meme recently that was like, this is how you like increment a counter in React. You know, you gotta use the set state hook to do that, and so it's like 10 lines of code to bump this counter.
yeah,
And they showed Svelte, and it was like let count equals 0, and that was it.
and then count plus. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like those two things, like the one on the right actually is, or the one that's just let count. I think that's actually deceptively, uh, that's deceptive. Just because, yes, that. I think that's the whole point of the simple versus easy is actually summed up in that one image, um, which is just like, you know, on the one hand, you actually have an immutable one-way data flow that is going through and saying, okay, every render you can actually track what the properties are for that render, versus you have the shared mutable state with that let. So yes, you did it with one. You just did that with one line to create it and like to increment it, but also but as your thing grows now, that's not going to be that nice, because as soon as you have two buttons changing that count, now you have to run a find to like search your code to see everywhere that changes if you want to have a whole idea of what everything's doing, versus I don't know, versus
First,
having the set state where
which
you have that thing all set up.
you still have to do a find to find where that's happening.
Yes, but I can find for a specific function instead of just find every place where, like, the function to set the state. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry to hear you.
Yeah, to find everywhere where you have count plus plus versus set state. I think it
Yeah,
to me it's the same thing,
you
right?
think so? I don't know,
Yeah,
man. To
I
me,
think
the
maybe that example isn't the one.
yeah.
I
Oh,
get what you're saying, and I know the cases that you're talking about, but I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
this is the one. Yeah, I think when you're using the Svelte store,
Mhm.
which is global, I think in that case is where this would be a good comparison, because at that
Yeah,
point, then yeah, you can make a change anywhere, and there's no tracking of where that change was made.
yeah,
Whereas with
yeah.
the React example, if you're using the set state in the component itself,
Yeah.
then you know exactly where.
Yeah. Well, I'm like familiar with Svelte, but not, I wouldn't call myself a master for sure. Does the Svelte component have like a closure scope around it so that no
Yeah,
one else can get into that Okay.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was the main thing I was interested in, because otherwise you got to find it in other files. Inside of the,
yeah,
like, React will have your function to increase your, or to change your counter. That'll be scoped by default. So that part's good, I guess. That's
yeah,
maybe part number one. But yeah, yeah, I think there's something about just saying every interaction with this variable comes through this function, not operators,
yeah.
or assignments, because I think that's where things get tricky and get weird.
Mm.
So, anyways, pop it all up the top of this stuff. I wanted to actually do some stuff today and not just chat. We're showing everyone the local dashboard and the database. I really think this is the best tool. If you want to learn Postgres, just use this. You can see your tables here. It's great. You can go into the SQL editor here, and this will just, you can run queries or run mutations right here inside the dashboard in your browser on your local state, and it'll all refresh and all that stuff. So that's all great. But the first thing I wanted to do today on stream, now that we're actually getting into dev, is I love the look of my home screen
Have
until.
you seen that question in the chat?
Oh, what's the question?
Where did you get that hat?
Oh man,
Super
Supabase is
base.
here. Yo, y'all sent me the hat. What are you talking about?
Who's behind the account?
Is this you,
Because I'm on
Drew?
stream and I didn't get a hat. What's going on here?
Ah. Y'all sent it to me, and it's worth $1 million. So I have been wearing it every day. Let me show my Twitter here real quick. I wore it to our Thanksgiving festivities, Superbase, because I told everyone, don't mess with the hat, because it's worth $1 million. Yeah, look at us. This is us headed
Ooh.
home from
Oh, nice.
yeah. So I was wearing it our whole Thanksgiving dinner. So Superbase, thank you so much. The hat is like such a precious thing to me, just because of like the interesting story around it. Um, yeah. Let's go to the store. So if you look at the store, everyone, the gold super cap, there it is. Let me make that bigger so y'all understand why I'm so jazzed about this hat. This is $1 million hat right here, and I love it. And this is what I want next.
Ooh,
So we're thinking about
ooh.
selling the house.
They are rare though. I think the gold hat. I think there's like about 5 of them made.
Really?
So
Holy
it's like
shit.
that's why I keep on asking, how did you get one?
Gotcha. Well, yeah. Like I just told Ant when I told him I was working on this, you can never sell that. Yeah, I know. You know why? Because the moment I sell it, I think I have to pay taxes on it, and then I get effed. So
Yeah,
this will never get sold. Don't worry. But I do want to get a silver super cap at some point, and the green one actually would be nice for days where I feel like a normie. You know,
yeah.
like this way I can choose when it's time to start the day. Which one am I going to do? But yeah, okay, we're actually going to do some stuff on the stream, I promise. But
Oh,
yeah, this is what things look like when we go into mobile right now. It looks shitty. And I just did it this morning and just pushed it out so that people could have something for the desktop site. So first thing I wanted to do, Drew, how's your tailwind?
um, not great, but
Not great. We'll
I
figure it
think
out together then.
I remembered some of the syntax. I actually was
Okay.
working on something today with Tailwind, so yeah, let's hope I remember stuff.
All right. Well, let's get into that a bit. I'm going to everything's here on the homepage, and I'll make this a little bit bigger. We could close out some stuff, and I want to get Tailwind docs over here on the right side of my screen because we're going to use that a lot.
Yeah,
So Tailwind. Yeah, Drew, if you want to open up your browser to help Google stuff for me too, that would be great.
yeah,
Because
definitely.
I'm probably going to suck at this because I am not a styles guy. Why am I in you? Tailwind UI versus Tailwind CSS is such a tease. I just want the. You always got to go to Tailwind CSS because that's where the docs are. Tailwind UI is where they try to sell you stuff. Well, not sell you stuff. I'm sure it's great stuff. I want to support them
Buy
because
it,
they do great
people.
work. But
If you can't
yeah,
afford
here
it.
we got in chat. Tailwind is the best. I like this guy.
Oh yeah, is it
Suville
Seville? I think it's
Seville.
Seville. Yeah, I think it's
Matt,
Seville.
you're my new best friend today, bro. Thanks for coming by. But yeah, Tailwind is definitely the best, especially because it means that I can do my JavaScript. I can just put Tailwind on top without having to know about all this nonsense about CSS. That's really what it is for me. It's like uh, I don't need to know CSS really because I can just use Tailwind. Why
Yeah,
is my am I on a different port? Yeah, go ahead.
probably. There is I tend to use this. There's a site where it's like a Tailwind cheat sheet, which it's quite good.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, their docs are pretty good. What do you use though for the
Let me
for your
send
stuff?
you in chat. There you go. That link there. Nerdcave.com
Oh, is
slash
it our
Tailwind.
private chat? Okay.
Yeah,
Got it. Oh, this is neat. This is really
yeah.
cool actually. Let me get back to the main chat.
Yeah, and this also has a link to the docs as well. So if you wanted to go straight to the docs, if you
Oh,
look at
cool.
the top of each of them, there's like docs link. So yeah.
Excellent. So I want to use this. I want to say I want the what is it called? The media um adjustment that you do
Right.
because we want to make this responsive to smaller screens right now. Let me
So I
get
think
this
that's
back to
breakpoints on in that the cheat sheet site. It's breakpoints where it tells you the MD,
okay.
LG.
Do you use Command F or should I use this thing over here?
I actually just scan with my eyes.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so it's just right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little small. Okay, that works. Um, okay, so this is just the modifier, and this is what it actually does.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do over here then. So the first piece that gets effed up is the we're live. I think I probably need to put a center on this. How do we center text?
It's text center.
Text center. Okay. Uh, text center. Could it help if I could spell
Text
text?
as well with an X. Yeah.
There you go.
Do you use the there's a plugin as well for VS Code
Mhm.
for Tailwind, which
Oh,
is
there
really
is.
yeah, because it gives you all of these stuff auto completed.
Will it do it inside TSX files too?
It does it everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Which one is it?
The first one, I think.
Top one.
Yeah, that one.
Cool. Hope it's not a virus, Drew. It's got
With 2
the.
million downloads.
If there's one thing I've learned from Twitter, it's you can always check this little verified thing. So I think we're
Oh,
good.
what? I didn't even know that was a thing in here.
Yeah, apparently I didn't know either. But look, there's verified. I'll have to talk to Johnny Toronto. He's the guy at NX that does our NX plugin.
Right.
It's right here over here, by the way. But yeah, this isn't a NX workspace, so it's not working right now. But I'll have to figure out how to get one of those badges. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. So now we've got it installed. Is it here?
So it should just work in your file.
Okay.
That
Doesn't need any configuration, just works.
it just works.
Let's do it. Okay. So text center didn't work. I think I'm doing this right. It's in a grid. All the items are pasted in the center. I guess it's because it's wrapping. So let's do. I think what I got to do is like use the modifiers here to say normally this should be like text XL, but like medium or plus. I think we saw that was just MD for
Yeah.
the breakpoint. Let's try
Yeah,
that.
that should be good.
I'm saving the wrong thing. Okay, that's too small, obviously. But yeah, I think that did it. All right, let's try 3x.
Wait, why is the auto thingy not working for you? It normally pops up when you start typing stuff.
I don't know. That's what I was worried about because like it's like this is just a string in terms of the language server right now, as far as I know. Maybe that does something special to know it's inside of a class name.
Maybe
Uh,
you need to reload your workspace.
oh yeah,
So
that
control shift
reload
V and reload. Yeah,
window.
yeah,
All right,
that's one. Reload window.
let's try it. So if I do like text this
If you press what is it? Is it command space?
command
What's the one
space.
to get that autocomplete?
Oh, the controls. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there it goes.
Ah, there we go. Here we go. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Cool. All right, let's try 3x on mobile. See if that works. All right, I think that looks okay. I think part of the issue is we've got to change our grid. Right now, I have it specifically to be 2 columns, but we probably want to do 1 column on mobile. So let's do that next. So we'll say the same thing here. I think that's all we need because I think we default to 1 column.
Ah, there we go.
That looks all right. I guess we probably need to make the images a bit smaller on mobile too. So let's do
Yeah.
that. Um,
Oh, Seville is saying it's working.
is
Thanks.
working?
Yeah, as in the autocomplete stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This is cool. I've just increased productivity by probably like 1%. Like honestly, I think that's that kind of stuff. I think actually really adds up. Is
Yeah.
just this kind of small productivity boost. It's going to be awesome in the long run. Okay, so I've got this. My image sizes right now is coming in from there. I guess we could just do it on here. So we'll say the MD is this. And for anything smaller, we can say, let's try high 40. Um, so we don't need the modifier on our margin. I was thinking that was width, I think, in my head for some reason. All right, too small. And I think we also want to do like
40. One of the actual configured heights.
I don't know. I guess we can use the tool now for that though. I'm pretty sure 40 was. Yeah, 40 is one.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it's there. I'm going to adjust. Let's adjust the way we're putting stuff into the grid. I think like place content center is probably what I want here. Maybe it's place items. Yeah, there we go. That looks right. I'm interested what we'll do here with the iframe actually, because that's defining its width here, the width and the height. I think we could probably do something on the div above it. I'm not a CSS guy. Do you know if that'll work, Drew?
To center it or something?
I want to
Or
make it smaller, right?
I
I
think
want to
because
make
you
the
have
so
height.
the YouTube's coming in through that iframe, and the iframe's telling the width and the height. So I think maybe get rid of the width and the height and just put it on the container instead.
Yeah, and then you can set the on the class name for the iframe, you can set the width to be 100%. I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so we can do what's 100%? Is that full?
I think so.
Okay, so we'll do that, and we can get rid of that. How does that work? Okay, I mean, it's a little.
I think the height won't get picked up. I think we'll have to add a height somewhere.
Gotcha. All right, so maybe do H full too.
I don't know what that's going to result in.
I'll find out. Okay, looks all right, I guess. So let's try just H40 and MD H96.
Did that work?
Kind of like the height's right, obviously, but I think we need to set the width because now it looks too fat. So we probably put the width on this one here too, but width is find out. Try 64 maybe.
Ooh.
That's interesting. Now it's not centered. Let's yeah,
Because
let's
you have margin 6 on the class, probably. I don't
yeah,
know.
that's probably it. So let's bring that over here too. Oh wait, no, that
No, it's already there. I'm saying I'm wondering if it's because that one's down there.
yeah,
No.
maybe. I guess because of the way those margins are coming in. Like the one enclosing the link doesn't have any. So let's go. Let's try doing it on here. So keep the margin here. Yeah, I thought there was a margin here. I don't know. Let's get rid of the margin and see what happens. We can CSS, dude, even with Tailwind. Like Tailwind is so much nicer still, but yeah,
Did it shift?
obviously the margin it's shifted, it's centered. Let me make
Yeah.
this a little bit bigger. Can we zoom in? Zooming in the iframe.
Yeah, that doesn't work. I can tell. I don't think
What?
that works in Tailwind stuff in the browser.
Yeah, well, it's the browser's mobile view that it doesn't like. I guess because it doesn't make sense to
Well,
zoom.
you can zoom in by using probably the zoom drop down at the top, the 100%.
Oh, I see. Why would they do that? Ugh. I was hoping I was just using Command plus, right? So okay, cool. So if we look at this though, can we look at like the grid, how that grid's working out? Okay, so this is my I guess my main content grid, and then we want to get into this is where all this stuff comes in. So here's the grid I actually care about. Let's turn this one off. Yeah, I mean that looks good. It's not perfectly the same width, I guess, but let's try putting the margin back on because I do actually want those margins in there for sure. What if I put it the margin at this level?
Probably.
M6. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I wish my grid stuff didn't go away. Is that the right one? Nope. There we go. Yeah, it looks all right. That's fine. That'll be fine for mobile, I think. What do you think, Drew? Anything else we should do here?
I wish the actual video size was the same as the full course image size. It's not exactly. It's like off by about 5 or so pixels left and right.
Yeah. Hmm. Can we? I wonder. Could we do that just by changing
How?
these class names
How?
to being on the iframe? I don't know if that'll work or not.
Um. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't. Maybe. But no, because then you don't get the flexibility of the iframe resizing, right?
Yeah. I think that's all right if we're on mobile. It's not like they're going to be resizing um out of there. I don't know. Let's give it a try. We got to try this on desktop too. After we're done, we got to make sure before we push it up. But try that. Let's try to chuck these here. Yeah, it's not the same size for some reason.
We still have
Mm-mm.
a widthful and heightful, which yeah, I'll tell you that you already you have height, so you need to remove one of them. So I think
That's actually really nice because I feel like I often will do that without even realizing it. Still not
this
matching
looks
though.
the same as before, right? It now looks the same as before.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus how do we get those images the same size, dude?
I think because the image itself doesn't have a size on it. It only has a height. It doesn't have a width, whereas the iframe has a width and a height.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think we need to add that too.
You're saying like that? Yeah, that's gonna adjust the size. There's a way to like I don't even know what to search for here, but I know
Yeah,
there's a way to change the way the image spreads, right?
right. Does that
Image.
does that work on inline images as well? I know there's something like object fit or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I don't know. Let me go to this site because this is what I'm used to. And see. I thought there was like a special thing just for images for how the images play out.
Yeah, it's the object fit. It's called.
Object fit. All right, let's go back to yours.
Uh,
And
it's object either hyphen contain, hyphen cover, hyphen fill.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think we want cover, right?
yeah.
And we want that on the image you're thinking, or were you thinking for the iframe?
How about both? How
How
about we
about
try
both?
both?
All right. I mean, I just have it on the image right now, and I think this actually looks right. Like they're both the same size. So, and the image still looks fine. It's not the original ratio, the aspect ratio, obviously, of like the actual image, but I think that's fine. I'm really not a stickler for this stuff. Normally, if it's just me, I wouldn't be even styling things. Oh, we did object cover and it changed. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
I
I
thought
thought it
that
changed.
I thought that had to do with it. Wait, yeah, it's the same. It's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. We're good. We're good. Cool. Oh, it's so beautiful over there. This is it's the same. So if you can't tell, I took all the styles from for Supaship. I ripped them all off Fireship. At the start of the whole Odyssey here, it was I was like trying to do a big thing about how I'm stealing stuff from Jeff Delaney. Like we're going to make a whole other product that's exactly the same as Fireship, but for our stuff. So yeah, all right. Uh, we clearly effed up the browser one now, but yeah, let's see. Coming back here. I think that
And this
looks
looks
good,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to the desktop view now and see because I'm yeah, we definitely messed some stuff up there, but I think
What
that's
changed?
just well,
I'm
the what
joking.
changed.
You can see it's now only grid being it's not two columns, but then it's not uh the images aren't stretching across, right? So
Yeah, yeah, that's the issue. So I
yeah,
guess it would be like, what's the default object? Um, is there a default to clear it out? Because really, what it was we added the width and the height.
I think
That
it's
we only want
object none is a default.
object none. Okay, so we'll say like MD. Let's do both of the places we have the object cover. And we'll say MD object none. Like so. Uh,
I,
cool.
yeah, that didn't do nothing.
Well, it's the width really that we really need to worry about.
Yeah,
So when we're small, it should actually be width 64, but when we're larger, it should actually be like what is that? Just MDW auto? Is that what we'd be looking for?
let's go and see.
Yeah, it looks
Uh,
right
is that correct?
ish. Yeah, I mean it should be wider. It was wider before.
So maybe
Um,
full. How about full? Because it's sitting inside of a grid. So
yeah. Yeah, I think let's make sure we're doing it on this one too. Real quick. So width 64 and we'll say MD with full.
something's not correct. Like the image is
Yeah.
getting chopped. I think that's probably the height.
I think the
Oh
height's
no,
the
because
same.
the height's back to the original 96, right? So maybe it must be the object
Yeah,
cover
I don't
that.
think it's none is the default. I think probably like fill probably be the default. Yeah, that looks right.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
the one.
I think that's what we want. Let's try object fill here.
I
Mm,
think here we need to. Well, oh, we've set the width to full. What do
yeah,
we apply? We didn't apply anything above that we haven't applied here.
auto's the same way. Well, auto's actually a little smaller. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Um, Did we set with MD was with full? That's all we did there.
Mm-hmm.
Then here we're saying height. When it's mid, we should be there. Hey, Tim. What's up, dude? Another one of my angular Andes. Tim, dude, first of all, let me give props to Tim for all the awesome work he does. He does so much stuff with open source and NGRX and stuff like that. So thanks so much, Tim, for everything you do. And yeah, thanks for the congrats. We're having fun over here. So thanks for stopping by. We're trying to fix the launch site right now. Actually, the launch site looks fine on desktop, but we're trying to fix it for mobile, and we fixed it for mobile now. But now we have to up the desktop, so we're working through that. So if you got some Tailwind tips for us, Tim, hit us with them
Yeah.
because we're stuck at the moment. Just trying to. Let's go to the live site. So the
I
live
think
site
maybe it's that extra div. We added an extra div, what,
is
right?
the
That
extra
was
div.
yeah.
Maybe we'll find out. Uh,
.io.
Thanks. We should have you drive it, Drew. I'm so terrible at this stuff. Yeah, this is what we want, Tim, and anyone else watching. This is what we started with, but we just fixed it for mobile. And look at that, 11 upvotes already on the
What?
main site. Look at that, 12 now. So this is pretty cool. Oh, that's not right. I think I have some bugs on the part that went live. Yeah, I know I have some bugs actually because I fixed them when I was doing the course. So I'll need to adjust them there too. But we can fix that next. Right now, let's keep on target. Let's keep on target on the on this part.
Yeah.
So
Maybe if we remove that extra div we added around the
yeah,
iframe.
okay. It's gone. Hey, okay. And
Boom.
let's put some space
Now the
between
gap is
there.
missing, right?
The gap is missing, yeah. Let's put I'm sure part of that. Well, no, it's got the margin on it. What is that about? I don't know. I guess the margin it doesn't care about. But let's just do like what is it? The grid gap? Is it just
Isn't it
gap?
gap?
Let's
I
find
think it's
out.
just gap.
I got this sweet new add-on working. There's still no gap.
What?
Inspect.
Is it the full? Maybe it's the width full that I told you to add. Maybe you should try width auto instead of full.
Okay.
Maybe that's
Yeah,
on the
let me just make sure that's actually right. Yeah, there's definitely
there's no gap. Where's the gap?
well the gap class isn't there either. I wonder if
The
it
wrong
didn't refresh. Did I put on the wrong one?
I think so.
Yeah, I definitely put on the wrong one. The gap 8. Nope, gap 8. All right, let's see. That is not 8.
It is. I think the image is stretching into the gap. There we go. The
Yeah.
margin on the image is bringing it into the gap. So I think if we remove the margin now off the image and the or just make it margin my, so margin top and bottom.
Okay. What was it
So
before? M6. We'll
MI6.
make it
Yeah.
top and bottom. Okay.
So on
That looks
mobile,
good.
it should be fine on mobile, right?
Let's find out. It's a little too spread out on mobile. Let's do that so the MY is only mid and up. I think. Right?
Let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay,
Looks
that
good.
works.
And then if we go to desktop, hey, that is
Yay.
good enough for me, I think.
Yeah, I think that is.
I am going to update what's going on here because I think there's definitely a bug that I fixed as well. So let's do this. We've got some piece of work done. I'm going to go ahead and run the test real quick just to make sure we didn't, like we said, we didn't f anything up. And then we'll commit, and then we'll go on to the next part because I want to fix that bug.
Cool.
So Playwright is going out and running our tests right now. just make sure everything is still working. And I think this will also, so I've got 22 tests here. We're going to run through the ones on the desktop Chrome first, but then we're going to go and run them on mobile. So that should tell us if we mess something up on that homepage too, in terms of just like maybe you can't hit the login button anymore. So we might hit one there, but hopefully not, because hopefully we did a good job. We'll find out. Uh-oh.
Did it fail?
It's hanging on this one, so I'm pretty sure it failed. Yeah, we'll let it go, and we'll debug it afterwards. But it might take a little while to fail. I gotta set the timeouts to be like 5 seconds. Let me actually do that real quick. The playwright, is there a way? Yeah, timeout. Let's say 5 seconds. We'll see that one in the report when it finishes too. I think actually when it does this, it like tells me what it did wrong.
Right.
But it then went on and immediately proceeded, which makes me think it's actually flake, and not like a legitimate error. Oh, Tim, hey, thanks for stopping by, Tim. Great to have you here. Go check out the course if you feel like it. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for coming by, man. All right, let me get rid of that comment, and I'll throw up the results. It looks like it was just flake on the one test, not an issue. Well, that's not what I wanted. Ugh. I feel like I get tongue or finger tied enough without streaming, but I'll get better at it, folks. I promise. All right, so this is the playwright report that we got. So the one test we saw, it failed the first time and then it succeeded the second time. Let me just see what the failure was to see if we can sniff out any flake, if it's like legitimate. So this was here where we started writing, where we were creating a post, I guess, and it never found the submit button. Oh, I wonder if it was maybe like after it didn't, target was closed. Well, I don't know why the target would be closed there. Let me put a note, just for the flakiness on this line, and we'll commit as it is, because we did succeed the second time. But I guess this was like a Twitter thing I was involved with before. Is like, when you set it to do, are you setting it? I think it was like people are losing their minds over nothing really, but I think it came down to just like, should you have to dos? Should you commit with to dos in your code? And I'm like, yeah, why not? I don't think it's that crazy to not want to submit with to dos in your code. Some flake here on stream. All right. So aside from the flake, we're all good. I'm gonna go ahead and hit a commit. And commit. Well, let me add. I don't think I actually needed to add it. Fixing the mobile responsiveness on stream. I'll play even here with Drew. Do you prefer Drew or do you like Andrew? Andrew. Sorry. I saw SupaDrew. I've been calling you Drew because of that. I'm so sorry, dude. Oh yeah? Go ahead while I'm pushing it up.
Yeah, so we were having a meet and said exactly what he said. He was like, "Oh yeah, Drew. Oh wait, do you mind me calling you Drew?" And I was like, "No, don't call me Drew."
Oh really? Oh god, I've been calling you Del Stream. Why didn't you say something, dude?
You're like, okay. And then John, who does some of our awesome tutorial stuff, video stuff, John was like, I kind of like Drew. How about Super Drew? And I was like, okay, I'm going to go on my Twitter and change it to Super Drew.
Okay. Well, I took that as a sign you prefer Drew. I'm so sorry. I'll call you Andrew from now on. All right, so everything worked. So I went ahead and built it. So that's going to build our prod view, our prod build, including like the actual keys. So locally, set up the client to work with the local Supabase instance, but we're going to do it now for the prod one with the build. Now that that's built, I'll hit a Firebase deploy. I actually, in the course, I have people deploy with Netlify, just because I think one of the big draws is getting away from Firebase. But I'm using Firebase for hosting, actually, just for the live site, just because it's a little easier with their CLI. Netlify
I think
CLI
that's
is
good.
fine.
I
What
think
did
that's
you
good.
say?
I think it shows the flexibility of using Superbase that you can deploy to wherever you want, right? You can
Yeah,
deploy
exactly.
to Firebase if you still have a Firebase instance that you're running,
Yeah,
or
well, I
deploy
was
to
talking to
prod one.
Chase at some point about like it would be great if we could just use the edge functions to host the site too. Just like put up
Yeah,
on a Git, like set it up to with DNS so it'll hit like Supaship will hit it, and then we can
yeah,
just set up the like I guess just post this stuff up to storage, like the contents of disk up to storage, and then just have the edge function pull that down out of storage on any Git request. So
yeah. That's been requested by a lot of users.
yeah. Well, in my opinion, I know I ain't making decisions here, obviously, but I think y'all should have a hosting thing set up to actually just do what we just said, but in like a slightly nicer API. So I don't know
Yeah,
if that's the plan or not, but that would be cool. Like I want to do like what I just did. Only I want to replace Fire with Supa. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
you see, I is this something y'all are planning to do already, or
I
you're
don't
being
know.
quiet? Is
Are
this a coming out launch week? Spill it, spill it, Andrew.
you trying to get information out of me, Zach?
Okay, confirmed here on
Launch week is
stream.
top secret. Top secret.
Confirmed on stream. exclusive, exclusive preview
Exclusive
for
and super ship today.
exclusive on Supership. Unconfirmed but exclusive. Hosting coming. All right. Anyways, we should be live. Let's check it on live just to make sure I didn't break the site. Supaship. I want to do like some smoke testing automated at some point in the future, but yeah. Look at all that. Look at, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Supermind is going deep.
Ooh, they're really
Supermind went real deep. Here, I'll
they're really testing that nesting out.
yeah. It should be limited to like 4 to 5 per Reddit. Yeah, sure. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see how to do that at some point. But it would be cool to like figure out how to get them to be more responsive. Responsive design test one. How many levels does this go? Let's as
Infinity and
many
beyond.
levels as you want. We recurse infinitely, so
Mm.
we probably should clamp it at some point. Maybe do like some other UI to make it look like that. But yeah, I mean, for now, this is
Where's the
fine.
image upload?
The image
We need a
upload, there's
meme,
none
right?
yet.
We need to put like a
We're
Buzz Lightyear meme there, to infinity and beyond.
I know. Well, okay. Once hosting comes to or once storage comes to the local thing, I think
Right.
when I'll make that part of the course. And it would be exactly what you mentioned. Is just like maybe not for comments, but like I think Reddit has that where you can like post the text as the OP, or you can just post an image, and that would be
Right. Okay.
the idea. Is just update the place where we're making the post to
Yeah.
allow for that. So cool. But yeah, the site looks fine. I want to address that bug because I know what that is. So
But
if you
wait,
were looking, what's that?
does the site work on mobile? We didn't test that
Oh, we
since you
did
posted
test that, I guess. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I want to see that pyramid. Yeah, it doesn't like the pyramid.
Yeah.
You can scroll. So yeah,
Hey, what can we say? The browser is doing its job.
the browser did its
Default,
job.
default browser behavior at that point. Just scroll, scroll left, scroll right.
Yeah, well, I mean that's not great. Obviously. So yeah, well, I don't know. Let's not fix that today. I mean, let's go have fun with it. I actually really approve that people went in and broke the site already for that. So we'll figure. I don't know. We gotta figure out something to fix that better, or maybe like clamp it down to a certain number of nesting or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this looks cool. I think it
Wait,
looks good. The top looks fine.
Does the L3 plugin tell you
Mhm.
the number of nestings you've gone?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So the way L-tree is going to work, like you're going to have the full path from the OP all the way down to where it needs to be. So the way we use that is there's the ancestor of operator. So that's how we gather up all the ancestors together, and then
Okay.
we send it over as like a flat array. It's sent over as a flat array to our clients when we call the function to get it. But once we get it on the JavaScript side, we convert it back from the flattened array to like a nested array, and that's how we do
Right.
this. That's where the recursing goes. It's just like simple tree
Okay.
recursing, right?
Ah, cool.
So yeah, so that's how things work. So clamping things down to 5, we could do something. Obviously, we could do something there where it's just like we could link in. I don't know what the best UI for that is. Actually, I'm not a UI guy really, but
Yeah.
and talk to a friend of mine. Maybe we could see, or if anyone's watching this later on, hit me up on Twitter if you have a good idea for how this should work. I'll check to see how Reddit does it too. Could be a
Yeah.
nice way to see how it would work best on mobile, especially because yeah, that's so small once you get past that part. But yeah, I think that looks good for now. We fixed what we set out to fix, and so it
Yep.
that looks good.
So I think
Let me
the
check
second
on my
one is
phone.
the Zack thing you said you were gonna the
Yeah. So there was a I thought I had fixed this on the prod build, but I had another branch that had some things that I changed for the course because I noticed them as I was making the videos for the course. And one
right.
of them was there's a live subscription on the username. And the thing I didn't realize was I forgot the filter. And none of my tests picked up on that because locally I would always get locally the real time streams don't work. So I actually don't have a test I can write for that at the moment. But
Yeah.
yeah, the big thing was we filter out this. We get all of the users, and then we actually just use the top one. So I think it's using the top one that's been interacted with, um,
Right.
and it shouldn't do that. It should actually filter it down. What was I doing? I wanted to see it on my phone real quick because that's always nice. Supaship IO.
Let me load it up on mine.
Hey, you gotta make an account, dude. You gotta get in these comments.
I know.
I'm trying to drive my DAU here. If you can't tell. Yeah, there it is. Let me log in with Google. Oh, hang on. That's not good. Um, yeah, login didn't work for me on my phone. Let me try log out.
Ship.io.
Yeah, that's not good. Oh, that's why. Because y'all broke it. They broke the homepage. Um, I think I know what to do for that too. That one I want to fix here on stream. Actually, do you see what happened there?
No.
Okay, so when I log in, I'm on my phone right now, right?
Right. Yeah.
And when I hit login, because of the way the dialogue works right now, the dialogue is in the middle of the page, which you're not going to find on mobile
Oh.
at the moment because of the pyramid that got put in to break it. So I had to go actually find that. So I'll go ahead and fix
Wait.
that.
Which mobile device are you using?
Android. I'm on Chrome for Android.
So just note that on iOS,
Yeah,
Safari, it works.
it works. Oh, cool.
Yeah, the dialogue is in the right place.
Oh, cool. Good
Yeah.
deal. More test cases then, huh? I got to support all these devices now. But I think the big thing for there is just maybe adjusting the dialogue. Do you mind if we hit that now? We'll try to put
Let's go.
a. Let's do it. All right, and then I'll get paging in later. We'll get paging. Maybe not on stream. Maybe I'll just do it later today, by myself. But yeah, let's go in. So I think that's just a matter of going into our dialogue component that I wrote in the course. So we can go into the dialogue and I think we're just going to want it to be at like the top left. Or maybe I don't know, is there a way to do it for all devices? Because I would really like to be in the center of the viewport at all times would be the idea. Um, the way I have it now, let's focus in on it. So the way I have it now, the dialogue is just yeah, it's all inside of this div. Uh, which is relative, so it's just going to go on top of everything that's out there on the DOM. Um,
Look, the plugin is telling you that you have some
I know.
issues with 48, right?
Yeah, I guess that that's why I needed the plugin. I actually need something to like fail the build probably if that's detected. But yeah, so what is this div exactly? This is the one holding this stuff. So applies
But
the properties as
I
auto.
thought it would work because you have stuff set up to be fixed, right? So it's always at the top of the screen. So I don't understand how it's fixed, but then
Well,
it's
this
still
this yeah, the fixed is for the so this is for like the overlay, right? So that's actually not the same as this one. Is this one fixed
what
too? Did
happened?
I miss it?
It's
Oh
fixed
yeah,
as
it's
well.
fixed. It's
Yeah.
fixed. Yeah, you're right. Justify center, item center. See, I feel like item center is the one to change. So it's just always in the top left. This is what's coming immediately to mind. Does that make sense?
Um. Yeah, maybe.
What would you do, Andrew?
I'm still trying to work out why is it getting pushed all the way across that side. Which I think the width on the mobile probably is the issue, right?
Yeah. Well, the width on the mobile. So this div is the thing that's well, I guess this is the container for everything that's going to go inside of like the modal. So the actual div that's going to show everything.
Yeah, I think I
Um,
should have a set width instead of width being full.
you mean this one right here, or which width full? Do you have a line number for me?
No, I think that one there. Oh well, now you have width auto. So
Yeah, yeah. Before it was like this. You want to try with just auto?
yeah, we can try that.
Let's give it a shot. Let's go over here. We'll jump into localhost. Boom. If we hit login, it goes there.
Well,
Um,
mobile device. Where does it go? Oh wait, we don't even have Nest in here, so we can't even
yeah,
fully see what happened.
I know. We can automate putting that stuff in. I think that's probably where I'll go next. Let's just see. Um, hmm, what did I do? What got effed up?
I think we the width. Oh wait, what is? Wait, why is this broken?
I don't
What is
know.
wrong? Undo, undo.
Yeah.
Go back to
What
your
did I
code and
do?
undo.
Yeah, let's see. What did I change? Um, just that doesn't make any sense. That's the
Undo.
only change I have. What? Is it? Did I mess up the? Did my dimensions just get messed up? I guess so.
Oh, I think it's one of the breakpoints isn't correct, right?
Yeah. I wonder if I should be small.
Yeah. I think SM. Where does small go from to? So small is min width 640 up, whereas
Okay.
MD's from 768.
So is the idea we actually need to change our MDs to like LGs?
Maybe that's 1024 pixels starting from.
Let's try that. I'm going to switch all these MDs to LGs.
Life's good.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Yeah, that looks right. It's maybe a little clip in there.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that, to be honest. Maybe we should put a margin on the side of those, though, or on the side of the
yeah,
grid itself. Let's do that. That's easy enough. So this is on the grid. It's holding these two, so that's right here. Let's put a MX 4. That looks. I think that side margin should be bigger.
yeah. That looks. But wait, did that just create a side scroll?
I don't think so. Oh, forward.
Oh,
Oh, I need to refresh because the styles were cached.
I
I don't think
lost.
so.
Oh no.
Wait, what? Why are you saying oh no? Have you lost my audio? Testing, testing.
I'm back. I think.
You're back.
Am I
You were never gone on our side or on my side.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I didn't know what happened. But yeah, I can still hear you and see you. But yeah, it was just
Oh, good thing I didn't do anything wrong.
oh no, do do all kinds of crazy stuff while you thought you were off. But yeah, I was just asking the side thing. Maybe we should do an 8 to match the gap. I think that's what we use for the gap, right? Yeah, gap 8.
Yeah.
Let's put that on the MX8. And yeah, that looks great. Okay, so good deal.
Ooh, ooh. What happened there?
I don't know, but if someone's got less than 200 pixels of width, I think that's their fault at that point.
Someone's viewing on their
They're
Apple Watch.
expecting to have those kinds of issues at that point.
They're viewing, of course, on their Apple Watch or their Android Gear or whatever.
Not supported on Apple Watch. That's how we'll solve that. Cool. All right. I think that's good. So we can do that part. And then when we log in, we'll add
Yeah, they're
some.
test this, right? Like at the moment we don't have the full case as we
Yeah.
do on the live side where we have nested like data.
Yeah, yeah. Like at the moment I just have it to at the moment I just have the post to uh be hard coded, and that's why it's actually like looks kind of broken over here.
Right.
So I wonder if maybe in lieu of that, just to make sure it's not broken for people if they try to come in on their mobile, if instead of putting this in center like we do, we just do a temporary band-aid on that for the dialogue component. Just instead of center, justify center with item center, we just put it at the, what is that, like justify start and like items top, I think. Yeah, just justify.
But wait, go back to the code again.
Yeah. Put this to the side so we can.
Yeah, what did we change? Okay, we changed that div. Um, yeah, maybe that'll work.
Yeah. Eh. I don't know why it's in the middle now.
Is there any
Um,
other class on there?
on this one, I don't
Yeah.
think so. Well, probably, yeah. There's other classes in here.
Oh, but there's
Uh,
nothing to do with positioning. I think you had a MX auto. I think that's why on the next class down.
X
On
auto. Okay,
MX, yeah.
gotcha. So we want just like something reasonable in there, maybe like try it with 8 and we just try M8.
Yeah, then there we go. Now
Yeah, it
it's
looks kind of. I mean, it looks shit, right? But people will see it now at least for sure.
can you see it on your
Um,
mobile? Oh yeah.
yeah, I just wish there was an easier way. It's so weird that yours was fine, but mine wasn't. Um, I guess it's the way that your browser applied the styles to the viewport versus mine, because mine was obviously applying it to everything as far deep as you could go inside of that
Yeah.
pyramid. But but yeah.
Yeah, because somehow on the iPhone it just doesn't render it. It renders with the pyramid going in. Like you have to side scroll to get to that, but it still doesn't do the same as yours, where
Yeah,
it's
could you show me just on the video feed, on your video feed, just what it looks like for you right now live?
let's see. Oh wait, wrong URL. Don't know if my camera is gonna pick it up well, but we'll see.
We'll full screen you so we can do.
Wait, focus. Where's the focus? Where's the focus? The focus is about here.
Yeah, that's focused enough. Okay. Okay, so it's like where it should be for you. Oh, my phone's dumb. Android just sucks, I guess.
So yeah, it's an Android thing because I tested on my Android as well, and
It's just broken there. You have two
it's
phones?
to be found.
What you doing, bro?
Can't find it. Where did it go?
Yeah,
Zach?
it's there. It's there. It's in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh well. All right. Well, let's put something bigger than 8 because 8 looks a little jank. Um, it's gonna look jank no matter what, I guess. It's fine. It's fine on. Let me make sure it's fine on desktop. So if I go to supaship.io,
Yeah, it's definitely fine
and
on desktop. I tested it
yeah. Well, maybe it's just because the pyramid doesn't go deep enough.
on
Uh,
desktop. I think you have a fixed width, don't you?
maybe. Um, I don't know. Let's try logging in and see. I'm gonna make the pyramid just a little bigger.
Okay, let me help you out with that. I logged in already, so
Yay, yay. Making it bigger. I feel like the that Star Wars thing. To just say more. More. Hey, there you are, bro. Let me give you the thumbs up. We're gonna break this. We're gonna break it. This is the last thing I do.
Okay, no, okay, it's getting bigger. I think.
It's still not broken for me. Yeah, it's gonna my page is going to adjust. It's more
It
just
is
like,
adjusted because mine is almost at the edge of my screen now.
oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this. I'm going about it the wrong way. I gotta break it by making my screen smaller. There we go. So if I make my screen smaller and then I log in, what does that look like? Log out and log in. Okay, that's fine. Ugh.
Yeah.
So it's literally just the Android. I wonder if maybe I just don't fix that. And like honestly, like, well, it's if it's only broken for like, what's the trade offs here? I can make it look jank for everyone, and then Android can do it, or I could make it look, or I could like just let Android people be like, yeah, I don't know, I don't know why
You know what?
Android's doing
I
that.
just remember something. I think we can do this. There's like a
Yeah.
viewport width, right?
Oh
Is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a Tailwind thing.
Yeah. What's it called? Hold on. Let me try and find it. What? What is it called? It's like screen. It's called screen, isn't it? There's like a H screen and I think there's a W screen. That's it, right? So if you put W screen, which should be the viewport width.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So, but how do we use that to center it? Um,
Well, you'd add back your MX Auto and then just set the width to W screen instead, right?
W screen.
Yeah. You need to remove all the other ones
Yeah.
and even the W. Yeah.
That is so nice because I feel like that's the mistake I'll often make, and clearly did. Right, like I actually shipped with that. Oh, I'm on the live site, but okay. So
That's,
with this, when I log in, wait,
oh
uh,
wait,
we did it
wrong
on the,
item. Sorry, it's on the wrong
yeah,
item.
yeah, yeah. So we want to make that.
That's the one that we want to make. Yeah. So W screen should be on the top one. Not. You can keep the MX Auto on the
So this would just be,
W screen. Yeah, and then we can remove that from the 48.
yeah. I get you. I get you. So this stays there. That looks there. That looks like
Probably want to reset it back to W. What was it? W Auto.
W. Oh yeah, it was. Let's try
Or was it
auto.
128? I don't know. I don't
I mean, they
know.
were both on it originally, right? So I don't know where specificity goes with that. If it's going to go to the latest one or what. But yeah, let's try with 128. Oops. Oh, that looks all right. My form's like not centered, but
Yeah. How did that break? Is that because of the W
I think that's
screen?
always been broken. So
Has it? Check
I
on the
think
live
so.
side. I
Yeah,
don't think it.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it has. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely, yeah.
I think this might be the fix.
Yeah, it's definitely there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's do that and let's push that up because I just noticed the thing was coming. I just noticed the bug again on live, so I'm sure everyone else is seeing it. Uh, oh,
What?
that's because I tried to log in with Google from
Oh,
local.
local. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. My heart did drop a little bit at that point, though.
how do we how do we center it back from the top and the bottom? I think we changed something there.
Yeah, I think we did. Um, so right now,
Which
where was
properties
that?
were you?
I don't know. Let's check the Git, Jeff.
There we go. It's the justify center and item center. So we could probably still put that back now because now
You
we
think
have
so?
the
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh, caps.
don't care.
Uh, Center, no cap. There we go. All right. Okay.
Okay,
Let me see
let's
if
go.
let me try just doing something on the form real quick.
Okay.
On login just to see because like we noticed that. Class name for the input. Did I put like margins on this or something? Yeah. Let me get rid of the margin padding. That fix. Let's see if that fixes it. Hey,
Hey.
been making all kinds of changes, all kinds of fixes, bro. All right,
Fixing everything.
let's make sure we didn't break it. Where is it? I guess I gotta type it. All right, let that sit over there, and then we can run our build. And we could put the set out, and then we can finally fix the bigger bug. I have to figure out the. Let's while that's running. Actually, let's look at Reddit.
Yeah,
Um,
I haven't been in there for a while.
I'm not in there that often, but it was
I used to
actually the
be.
worst president ever. Okay, so how does this work with the nesting? Uh, Sometimes the site confuses me too. Okay. Okay, so after a certain bit, it just says this many more replies. That's easy enough, honestly. I could do that. But then it would still break. How's it do if we keep going?
They have a limit, and their layout is limited, right? It's a set width, so you can't go outside of that width.
Yeah. But I'm interested more in like what happens if I were to reply here and like things were to keep going. Like how do they deal with that when it starts overflowing even the set width? That's the
I think
interesting
I think they
piece.
have a hard limit you can go into, right? Somehow.
Oh, we could do that.
I'm trying to find
We got the
a Reddit
same. Look at
post
that.
that has
Oh no, this is a different flake. What did it
what?
happen at the same spot? Yeah, it's here. Let
You broke-
me let me try just stepping through the test to see what the flake's about. Maybe it's something I can fix real quick. It seems to only happen on mobile too. No, this was desktop. So it's succeeding most of the time because I think I call this utility most of the time. But let's go to utils. We can fix the flake real quick before we go on. And just put a breakpoint at 86, I guess. Or we'll set the breakpoint here. Run our tests. Oh wait. Yeah, we cancel. Let's run it via this code plugin. Let's just do it for this test because we know it gets hit here. What was the name of this test? Of voting works on post page. There we go. Okay. So I think we probably just want to wait to make sure the submit button is clickable, probably. Um, Fill contents. If I step over test contents, then page dot locator h3 post button, post submit button.
Why is it not clickable?
I don't know. It doesn't happen all the time. If we look at the where'd that where'd the report go? I have so many windows open right now. Playwright test report. There it is. Target closed. Click. Target was closed? Why would that be? Um, So the target would be the post submit button. So that's a button where type is submit. That should be the only one on there. I wonder. Let me try doing this actually. Experiment here a little bit. So instead of like finding the button and clicking it, if I did like, is it like keyboard dot press? It's like have it press a tab, then page dot keyboard dot press, then have it press a space. Let's try that. So I'll stop it and let that run.
I'm still trying to find a Reddit post that goes that
that goes deep enough.
Thanks,
bro. Appreciate you. Where'd our test window go? I really like this plugin, but I set a bunch more breakpoints. Yes. Oh, it's running on the wrong test. Let me stop it.
Oh.
Message board. Yeah, I don't want that one. Did I click it on that one? Let's run on that one instead. Yeah. So test post. So we're going to fill in our contents and then we'll hit tab. Is that not the right thing for tab? Fine, press. Probably needs a capital T. Let's try that. Tab and try capital S space. There we go. Let's hit it again. Voting works. Okay. Doesn't look like it worked. Yeah, I think it failed. All right, press.
Do you need to await it or something? Is it the
Oh yeah, I definitely need to await it. Thank you. Make sure that's the right way too while I'm looking at the keyboard docs. I thought it was just like, yeah, down shift, press shift plus A. Is there just a tab somewhere? Tab is definitely not one. Wait, no, it is.
Yeah. So I think
Okay.
it's just wait, probably. So yeah.
Yeah. So what about the space? Was that
Space.
one? Find space. Backspace. What's the space? I guess I could do enter because we're on a button there. That would work too, right?
I think enter would work.
Let's just do that. Enter. And stop it. And we can rerun. All right. Fill. Tab.
There
enter.
We go. We're on the button now. Yep.
We're on it.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Let me try doing that again now. Let's get rid of the comments here for Flake. Hit that, and we can get rid of our locator for the button. This is maybe better too because it makes sure things are in the right tab index in case something ever gets broken. Let's hit the stop. I'm just going to run it all again just to hopefully we don't have any flake this time at all, but we'll see. Then we can deploy. Then we can fix the other bug.
Gonna have time. I think we're
Yeah, we got 8 minutes. I think the
Mark.
other one. Yeah, yeah. And you got the hard stop coming up
Yeah.
at one. Yeah, I'll definitely let you go. I may actually end up hanging around to try to fix some of that stuff solo. Like
Okay.
maybe just adding the thing with like uh show more, I guess, once you get to past a certain level. Like once you get past 5, maybe that's like a reasonable thing to be like, I don't want to like fix it all the way, but just to put something into the tree to say, hey, if past 5, you can actually break the UI if you want, but at least it's not coming in broken kind of deal.
Yeah.
That would be
I
cool.
can't seem to find any sort of Reddit post that goes deeply nested for some reason.
Yeah. Yo,
I think
what's up? Yame's here. Uh,
hey,
y'all, if you're watching this, go check out Guillaume's channel too. He does some really cool stuff on Supabase. So go check out his stuff. All our tests just passed without any flake whatsoever.
whoop
So
whoop.
we are set. I'm gonna go run our build, uh, yarn build, and we'll run our deploy. Make sure that builds first. Yep. Firebase deploy. Make sure nothing broke in prod. Boom. Refresh. Hey, we're up to 16 upvotes on the main post.
Wait, I didn't even upvote that main post. Let me refresh and upvote it. Oh, I'm logged out.
Yeah.
Let me log back in.
Look at all these people.
Wait, has the new site been deployed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me test it on the Android again.
Yeah, let's see. So that was the whole point, right? It suck
Yep.
if it's still broken after all that. Okay, log out, log in on Android. Yeah, it's still in there, dude. Wait, did I refresh?
What?
Yeah, it's still over there.
No. Scroll down. Scroll down.
Oh, it's okay.
It's down. So
It's
maybe if we
down.
remove if we set it to
Yeah,
what
let's
was it,
do that real quick. Yeah.
top that you had, then it will be fine.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's
We'll put it at
definitely
the top
centered
with a
now.
margin. That's probably what people expect from a dialogue more anyways. Like it's kind of
Or
weird to have it in the
wait,
middle.
wait, wait. There's another option.
Oh yeah?
We can add H screen.
H screen. Oh, yeah, yeah. We should definitely do that. Well, I don't want
Next
it
to the double screen.
I think I actually want it to be start still or whatever that is to keep at the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes
Uh
sense.
just cuz like I don't want it, especially on a really big screen, I don't want it to be like, "Hey, focus your attention on this." It should just be like, "Hey, by the way, little notification." Yeah, so let's
That
do
is
that.
true.
So is that just that's items, right? So we want to say items top.
Yeah,
Is that items start probably?
yeah,
And then just put like a MT of
yeah,
like 12, maybe? Is that one of them? Yeah, that's one of them.
yeah.
What does the
Definitely.
minus in front mean? I think I knew that at some point.
It's negative, so it's minus 12 instead.
Got it. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's try that. Let's just check it out locally first. Make sure that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that looks good.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
I think that looks
Definitely.
great. Let's do that. Okay, so we got that.
This
Let's
is the
try
way.
it. This is the way. That looks beautiful. We're cruising now. Cruising now, boys. Yeah, and yeah, looking forward to seeing your content, bro. Thanks for stopping by for sure.
Yeah.
Um. Oh,
Whoa. Wait, whoa. What is what?
this is the live site, right? So this is the jank caused by the pyramid of death we
Oh,
put in.
right.
So
Okay.
here's where I'm saying that's all right. Oh, but wait, the media query should have come in. Did I not refresh?
Oh, there
Yeah,
we go.
I don't know why. I must have had like a really old cache version there. Um, yeah, I mean it's the pyramid of death that's doing that. So later on, I'll fix that, and we'll just say, not in scope for right now.
I like the name, the Pyramid of Death.
It's the pyramid of death. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and deploy. Let's see. Just make sure. Yeah, it looks great. Wait.
Yeah. No, no,
Oh, that's because it's live.
this
That's
is
because it's live.
going
That's because
live.
it's live. So many different things. All right. Check it out.
Quick
Inspect.
question while I have you here.
Yeah,
How
man.
did you configure your local instance
Mhm.
to check for the web app being at 5173?
Oh,
The instance itself. Because I realized you have to add it to the TOML file. I haven't had a chance to look where to find it as yet.
are you talking about for where to put the local host site, or like where to host the web app, or where to host Supabase?
No, the web app. Oh, but wait, you're not doing email and password login, so you don't get an email.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
What
it
I
won't
what I
apply.
actually advise people to do is locally don't don't worry about having other people. Just use like the email, the username and password with the email for local, and that way like it's fine. Like you can just log in that way, and don't worry about trying to log in with other auth providers
Yeah, but
locally. Just
the
like layer
default
that on top.
the default port and the site URL that you set up in Supabase in the dashboard in the hosted version. The
Yeah,
default URL is localhost on port 3000, right?
yeah. I see what you're
And
saying.
your web app is running on 51 something. So
Yeah.
it won't work if it should send an email and you have to confirm that email. When you click that link, it's going to bring you back to localhost 3000 instead of localhost 517.
Yeah, I think the way the flow works, I don't think I actually addressed this. It's somewhere there in that TOML file for sure.
Yeah.
But the way I address this is I turn off the need to confirm the email. So that'll
Okay.
actually just like you don't get passed away and then sent back. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the same flow. So I think that's the way I address it here. If you want to do like you can adjust the port for where you have your
The web app.
local. Yeah. So if you wanted to do that, you could just say like port 3000 here, so it matches with the default too. So
Yeah,
whichever way you
that's
want.
what
But
I was
then of
trying
course
to
you
do
gotta go
so
to the
far.
one.
That's
Sorry,
what
what
I'm
was
doing. I
that?
was just trying to work out if you had a different approach where you've worked out what the actual key is in the TOML file. I'm still
Yeah.
trying
No,
to.
I'm sidestepping all of that nonsense around the login really, just by turning the confirmation off. Yeah, only locally, right? So
Right.
sweet. All right, let's go ahead and we'll run a test one more time just to make sure I didn't fat finger anything somewhere. Well, then we'll deploy.
I
What's
love this
that?
workflow that you just run your tests and you just know that everything's fine once you run your
Yeah,
tests. Like it's all working. We can now deploy.
I know. I mean, it puts a little time on there, but it's time well spent. Probably,
Yeah.
it gives us a chance to talk about stuff on stream. So yeah, when I saw this website, I was like, wow, they shipped it so fast. Yeah, I mean, we're shipping it right now, dude. And this is why we have the confidence to ship it, is because of these end-to-end tests we're running. So it's great. And
Yeah.
so normally you have like the cost of end-to-end tests, like they're great because you get really good confidence, but the cost comes around the time they take normally. But because everything's running locally here, like everything's on our computer, so we're essentially like removing latency, which is a great thing for our test times. And also like it's all closed. So another great thing about this workflow is there's a lot less room for flakiness. Like we saw some flakiness here and we just eliminated it. And there's sometimes with end-to-end tests where it's like, well, the flakiness was actually we were connecting to Google Auth or Google OAuth stuff, and that took a while. And we just don't have that here, so there's no chance for flakiness to come in. So yeah, we just did all of our tests on mobile and on desktop, and it took, I think, if my math is correct, 32 seconds there.
Nice.
Is that right? Maybe it was a little bit more because I think that was just the one file, but it took us around a minute to run all that stuff. So that's something I'm willing to pay just to make sure this all goes out. So I'll hit the build, and then we'll Firebase deploy. A bonus lesson I want to do for the course at some point too is just setting up the CI for this too, so we can just push the thing up and all this gets automated for us around pushes. But for now, like just with the scale we're at now, like having more control just in the terminal to do those kinds of deploys is kind of nice too.
Yeah.
Just because we're clearly early on, as you can see from the debilitating pyramid of death that's plaguing the live site. All right, dude, we fixed some things and we deployed them. Thanks for stopping by. I know you got a hard stop now. You wanna say your goodbyes? I'm gonna try to keep going and fix some of those other bugs we noticed.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off. But yeah, thanks for having me again, Zach. Really enjoy these streams. And
Yeah,
yeah,
Andrew. I'm
check
sorry I
out.
called you Drew for the first half of the stream, bro. I'm so bad, but we
I don't
got the
blame.
name right.
As you said, you saw it on my Twitter account. It's saying SupaDrew, so why not?
Yeah. All right, bro. Thanks so much for stopping by. It was awesome.
All right, no problem. You have a
Yeah,
good one.
thanks, man. See you.
All right, take care. Bye.
All right, folks. I'm gonna hang around. We're gonna get a few more stuff finished. I don't have a co-host, so feel free to I don't know. Feel free to chat more in the stream. I'll try to answer more stuff while we're building or something like that. But I think for now, the main thing I wanted to fix, and this is something I saw on the in the course. I thought I had put it up into the prod build, but it's just the name doesn't work quite right up in the top right, the real time subscription to it. So I'm going to fix that real quick and push out the fix. So we'll do that. Let me add a commit on top so we have a good stopping point. So this was really just fixing the login dialog position. I'll go ahead and push that up. So the live port of the course, you'll be able to find, like me and Jeff Delaney from Fireship. We're just going to have that there on the Fireship repo, so you can always go into that and check it out. There's we have a special branch that's just there for the stopping point of the course too, so that can be sort of like the gold standard for people as they're working through the course. And we can keep building more stuff and fixing stuff on top of the live site as we go. So yeah, let's see. I think the place that we want to adjust the username, it's in the nav bar, and I think it's on like the session somewhere. So yeah, it's got to be in the user menu component. And yeah, profile.username. So that's coming from the user context, which is coming out of ultimately our use session hook. So I'm going to jump into our use session hook. So this is where we kind of do all of our auth stuff to log in the user and then listen to them. And when I am initially getting the user's information, we're filtering it there, but I forgot we really need to add that filter here too. So I'm going to do that real quick. We'll just say filter, and actually, I forget we have the syntax for this. I'm going to look it up on the GitHub real quick. That could give us a chance to look at some stuff. So if I go to the GitHub, and we'll jump into the repo. I'm going to go to the end branch because I know that's where we're at. Course endpoint. And we're just going to look this up in the use session file. Beautiful. All right. So when we listen to our pages, okay, so we just want to filter this way. So it's the username equals, yeah. Cool. I think that should fix it. You're going to hit a save on that, and we're just going to rerun the tests. Probably okay to just push this one out, but it's good practice. Hit the tests, and while they're running, yeah, I don't know. You can check Twitter or something. Uh-oh, hang on. Not logged in. We cannot interact. I wonder if these... Oh, maybe some more flakiness. I'll wait for it to finish and we'll check it out. Yeah, I'm curious to see how. Oh, damn. We got 26 retweets on this already. That's pretty awesome. I'll go ahead and like some of these. Hey, Yame, thanks for tweeting it here too, man. Yeah, look at that. Super Nacho. All right. Well, dude, that's more numbers than I usually get. So maybe I gotta get rid of that post. Any other nice 69 people liked the tweet. Let me see. Am I at 69 right now? Nope, I missed it, boys. 71. Oh well. All right, let's see. There's some flakiness there on the test. Let's go. Let's jump in to see what the flakiness was. Oh, it's around the same place we fixed it before. I guess before we had the I think we were just moving too fast in the like we're pressing the enter button, but then we're not waiting for the page to be ready before it's like onto the next thing. I think that's probably what's happening. So let's I'm gonna, because that's just flake, I'm gonna go ahead and deploy this now. So do the yarn build and Firebase deploy. Get that fix up there. And then we'll see if we can do something about the Pyramid of Death. Shouldn't be too bad to fix that. If we're just going to say show more kind of deal. Let's check Supaship. All right. Let's log in with Google. There we go. Hopefully we shouldn't see that failure anymore. Oh, and I will need to do the paging part of the UI too here. That'll be easy enough. Yeah, we can do those things, then we can set it up. I'm going to message my wife real quick on the other side just to stop me, because I'm taking the kids out later to McDonald's. One of our favorite things is to just go to McDonald's. I'll bring my computer and shit post on Twitter, and they go play in the playground, and we get like some ice cream or something like that. So that'll be fun after we're done. But let me message my wife. But yeah, let's fix the Pyramid of Death. Let's hit the commit here. Git commit. Adding filter to the real-time data from user profiles. Push that up. Sweet. This is just me. I think I'll wait. Can we do like that? Hey, I wonder, is there a way I can mess with my screen? I'm using StreamYard. I wonder if I could. Can I remove the background? Blur. Oh. I just want it to be transparent though. I don't think I can do that, it looks like. Oh well. probably just take myself off the stream for now. If anyone really wants to see my face, let me know. I'll put myself back on. But this way we can be a little more focused on the code. You don't have to be distracted by how good looking I am. All right, let's see. Killing the Pyramid of Death. So I think the way to go is just to set this up. So we will. It's pretty trivial to get the depth we're at just via the path. I think at the UI level. So I think what we're going to do is just say if we're 5 or more, rather than recursing for the comments, we'll just say see more, and if they click it, then we'll keep going. I think that's the way to go. So we're going to jump into go to the post component. This is kind of, the file's too big. That's where all of the stuff for the posts go right now, including the children. So I think the way to do this is just like we said, check the path at the child. Let me collapse most of this stuff. Comment view. I think that's the one we're going to be focused on. Let me make sure. Post views. That's the one for the OP. Then this is where we get all the data. All right. So we'll jump in here. Go into the comment view, I suppose. And I think, does comment have the path on it? I think the comment should have the path. Yeah. And I think I already have a utility function at the bottom to get the depth based on the path. So we can get the depth right there trivially. And we'll say here, really just before we recurse, commenting and create comment. Nope, it's should be right here. So we'll say, really this should just be like, I'll need to add a variable here to track whether we should show additional like a place to track whether the user's answered, whether to like show more or not. Maybe like a collapse at some point would be nice too. But for now, we'll just say, so instead of commenting, it will be like, say, go deeper and set go deeper. Yeah. So this way we'll track whether we've asked the person before. And here, so let's make a function over here, I guess. This is like function like should show children. I think I got a message from my watch just now. One sec. Yeah. Oh, still sleeping. We're good. All right. So should show children. So we'll say, make sure this returns a Boolean. Just to keep me honest. So should show children. We'll say constant depth equals get depth. We'll use our comment.path. And so that should give us a number. So we'll say if depth is less than 5, make a constant up top. Constant start asking depth 5. We'll use that. So if start asking depth is less than that, then we'll just return true. Otherwise, We'll say, I guess, at this point we just return go deeper. If go deeper is set to true, yeah, I think that's all we do. So we'll just return at this point. Return depth is less than the start asking depth. Return true. Otherwise, go deeper. Cool. That's easy enough. Then we'll go down here to where we immediately recurse, and we'll put some stuff in here. So we'll say, really, here we would ask, what's the name of that? Show children. If true, we'll recurse through the comments. Otherwise, we'll show, I don't know, we'll just put a div in here for now. Div. And I guess we'll just do like what we did for replying up there. We'll just drop that inside of here. Just you grab the class name from that div too, because I think it's like the same paradigm essentially for the div we use here. Only don't care about disabling, and we want to adjust on the set commenting here. We'll say set go deeper, and this will always just be true. And this will just be go deeper for the text inside that button. All right. So I think for this, I think that's about all we'll need right now. I'm going to go run my tests to make sure I didn't break anything old, and then we'll think about what it'll take to make something new. I think really what we want to do is just do a test that nests some comments really deep, and then like just make sure that button's there. Really, go to localhost and we'll log in. Actually, I gotta wait until the tests finish up before we hit this. Ooh, what's going on? It's taking longer than I thought it should. Oh, it's going fast enough. Wonder what took one of these so long. Usually these finish up pretty quick. All right, all passing still. So I didn't mess anything up terribly. The core, everything that worked before at least is still working. So we'll go into the, let's make a new file inside of ETE here. Just call it Pyramid of Death. Death. All right. I'll copy some stuff from the top level. Maybe like copy one of these tests specifically. Yeah, it was before each there. Just signing up, signed in user. All right, I'm going to grab all of this stuff and we can trim it out inside of this file. I think this is the only test I really care about. So we can delete most of this. Cool. No, I'm going to throw myself back in. No one's watching anyways. That's all right. Maybe someone will see this later. I'd love to get to streaming to where it's not really. I actually really like the streaming piece of stuff. It's really fun, at least super energizing to me to do this kind of stuff. So let's think, kill all the way up to here. Do this. I'm actually going to collapse these two into one before each, just to make sure these are synchronized to await our setup test. or then going to the web app. I don't think that's ever happening, obviously, since we're not hitting that issue in the tests, but better to just be explicit about it. I need to destructure the page out of my test callback. All right. So we'll call this Pyramid of Death. And yeah, we'll have the user sign in and do all this stuff. So really, let's take a look at upvoting. How do I do like the nested? I don't know if I have like any good utilities for this or not. If not, we can just like more brute force this. But I think create comments will get us. I don't think we can just. It would be nice if we could just say, "Hey, create comments on this comment," but yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I think that'll only do it for like a top level comment. So we can use that at least for setting up our first one, but from there we'll have to keep going. So we'll say create a new post, we'll create the comment, then we'll reply and just keep going until we create ones that's 6 levels deep. We'll make sure we can open that one. So comment forms. Actually, going to just step through this test as a way of figuring out how we ought to write it. Seems like a good way to go about things. Select user. Right. Let's just hit the debug. All right, let's put this on. All right. So step through, create the post. Post is created. Oh. I think I got to set more breakpoints if I want to do this properly. So let's go to Pyramid of Death. Breakpoint here. All right, let's try that. And let's actually get rid of the one inside of utils I had, the breakpoint. Oh. Okay. So we'll create the post, we'll create the comment. Let's hit play. We should be past that point. Okay, so we're saying if reply is there, we're going to click it. Expect it to have 2, then get the second one. Okay, so we can keep going with this, really. I could actually maybe put this in a for loop just to make that easier. Create a comment probably won't work. Oh no, this stuff should work. This is a flake we were removing before. So we'll say to have count 1. Posted comment. This is a nested comment. Yeah, okay. I think we can do this with a for loop. So let me hit the stop there. So we'll say create comment. And then for here, we'll say for let I equals 0. And we'll just say const target depth equals 6. I is less than target depth I plus plus. Inside of here, we'll do all of this stuff to create the comment. And that should work. So reply button, I think I can do like just the last reply. That should give us the last reply button because there'll be a lot of them on screen. And then for the create comment form, we'll have to do last here too. Should be a lot of those on screen there. And then comment forms should have count. I don't even know if we need this assertion, but yeah, might as well because I think this will block us until we actually have that count. I think it's going to be I plus 2, given that it started with a 2. And here we'll say comment form. So this should actually always be last, not nth. Last. Wait, fill in the last one with this is a nested. Be entirely too fancy here. We'll say new array of I. This one, I guess. Dot fill with nested. We'll join together with a space. So really, the first time it'll say this is a nested comment. Second time it'll say nested, nested. We'll keep going like that. We'll hit tab and space. That should submit the comment. And then let's actually do this. We'll say comment text. Constant comment text. Paste. We can replace that here. Comment. Should have text with text. And I don't know if that's going to work or not. Let's give it a try. Let's see how it works. Hit a save, and we'll start debugging it. All right. So let me make sure we're actually watching stuff as we go. All right. So create the post, create the comment. First round through the reply button is our new comment. Should be 2 comment forms on screen. I think we might actually have to set that to be a solid 2, but we'll see. This one's passing right now because our I is 0. Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, that failed. All right. What are we looking for? The create comment form on the data E2E. So I don't know. I'm confused. Looks like there's just 2 of them on the locator. Like that discoloration there. I'm pretty sure that's a locator from Playwright getting run. Looks like 2 to me. Where's the error? I guess that's over here in the side of the test stuff. Test output is blank. What? I have to step over. Okay, yeah. Had two and expected two and received one. Expected two, received one. Yeah, I don't know. Why did that? It looked like there were definitely two. We'll just hit the debug again. See why that happened. Okay. Let's hit the play button to get us right to the next breakpoint. Get rid of this one actually. All right. So, boom, boom, boom. Comment forms. Okay, so only this one is picking up. So I don't know why this was 2 before. This should be I plus 1. All right, I think we need to stop it after that. So we'll do that. Debug. Yeah, all right. I wish I could make it so it always goes in this place. Now it's got 2. What? What? Oh, it's because I'm doing last. Oh, no wonder. So that's a comment forms actually. So this is, let's just say, okay, that's what I was doing wrong. We'll call this target comment form. I still want the last there. I just we won't. No. I think I do want to do this actually. Hang on. I want to do comment forms equals this. Then I want to ensure that it has the right number. I'm pretty sure. Because we want to make sure that people are commenting. We want to make sure those commenting stuff works down the line. But then we want to say constant target comment form. Those comment forms dot last. That's what we want to do. Then wherever we're doing this stuff elsewhere, target comment form. So yeah, we want to say nested comment form. We already have this, so we don't need this. We'll say target comment form. Find the text area and then fill it. I think that looks right. All right. We'll see. I think this stuff may start failing again. I guess the idea is we're closing it in between each. So I think this should always be 2. Yeah, I think we're closing it because once we submit the create comment button, or that whole form should go away. So in between each one, it should always have 1. I think that'll work. We'll try it out. We'll stop it and restart the debugging. All right. So step. Have 2 of them. Target comment form is the last one. Make our text. Fill it in. Tab, space. Posted comment. Yeah, see, this is definitely... This posted comment doesn't seem right. Wait, am I... Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. That's right. Then the number of comment forms should just be on. Okay, so now we should loop through and do it a second time. So we should be getting the last. That should be on this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think we're good. Let's hit a play. So we should make this 6 levels deep. What's my eye right now? What's my eye right now? Where is that over here? Watch in the call stack. Where's my values playwright? I guess it's up probably in the values one. Block I4. Okay, so we will keep going until we have 5. Oh, I think we hit the timeout. All right, let's just restart it. I know where to find I now, at least. Okay. So play. Side of the block is I. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. We're failing right now because we should. Because yeah. Okay. So we've got a. We really need to show people something different there because that's too confusing. We probably just put these two buttons right together and say, "This is more nested replies. Go deeper," and then put the reply on the other side of that. I don't love it, but I'm not a UI guy. Well, that'll work for now. We'll go to the post TSX. Yeah. We'll do. We really want these things on the same div. So should show children. Maybe it does need to be on its own thing. Yeah, I think it does need to be on its own line in case like someone's replying. Because right now, the go deeper, it's still there. But if we put them in the same thing, go deeper would go away. We probably want to still let people go deeper while they're in there. Probably put it in a proper looking button rather than just like the little text stuff over there. So put some class name on this. Class name. And inside the create comment, I guess we'll look at what do those buttons look like. Probably get like the gray one there for cancel. So we'll just grab these styles. Go to where we were adjusting things. So should show children. Then there's the button. Yeah, this should also definitely be on the other side. I think this is good. Should show children. Otherwise, that. Yeah, paste that in. And maybe before the button too, just put a little paragraph. There are more comments nested deeper. There are more comments nested deeper. Go deeper. Yeah, it doesn't look great. Maybe we put this div inside of its own little thing. So we'll put like a border. What is border? Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. This is just like border 1. Yeah, border 1's a thing. Okay. Say border 2, border white. And then we'll say the background color. How do we do background? That's just BG. Say BG gray 400. Gary. 2400. Some padding on the inside. I'll try like a P2. More comments next to deeper. Hey, I think that looks all right. Definitely want to put some rounded on here. Rounded. Put a margin of 2, M2, and let's just try messing around with a. I think that probably does us the same thing. Yeah. I think the button is the same color as our background. That looks good, I think. You can just set a width of 20. That's probably way too small. That's way too small. 40. Too small still. 64. Hey, it looks good. All right, so I think I need some more logic inside of here too, which is just right now I'm asking people if they want to go deeper, but there actually aren't any comments listed deeper. Whoops, that's okay. We found it. So at this point, we should say go deeper. I guess it's really if it has children. So if we're less than the starting asking depth, we definitely show it. If we're not, first we check. So we'll say comment dot comments dot length. Make sure it has length, and we can go deeper. Need to wrap those. All right, let's see. So now we can go deeper. I wasn't expecting to see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deeper. Oh. Is there, let's see if there's I do an error here. Child and list should have a unique key prop. That's probably it's probably the React thing. Consider check the rendering meshes of post view, comment view. Okay, that's fine, I think. Surprising to me though that that's there. I guess we should not show the button. So we shouldn't show this div. If we should show children, I think we also have to do it on here. So should show children. We show the nested comments. Otherwise, yeah, right now we're saying all the time whether we should do this or not. Let's change this to No, that shouldn't be right. I guess we got to check here too. If we should show the children, we should definitely show them. Otherwise, if we're not showing the children, we shouldn't always show this. Should only show this if there are children. So I guess we have to do it over here too. So we'll just say comments dot length and this. There are more nested. There are more comments nested. Cool. Cool. I think that does it. Let's see. So when the JavaScript starts up, we should say to nest deeper here. We should say over here. And we're saying that. So we shouldn't use and. We should say if there is a length, that. Otherwise, let's put in the empty fragment. Go deeper. Hey, it's looking good to me. This will at least fix the pyramid of death we have there. It would be nice to not actually load those children until we're ready to get some more, and that's a little bit further than I want to do today. But we should definitely be doing that, just because we don't want to be right now. We're grabbing all the comments, and now that this is live and people are getting into it, I'm worried there's just too much that we're sending away too much data all in that first go. So we probably want to update at some later point our function to only get the first several ones, and then we'll change that from there to as we're clicking this show more, we'll start grabbing the deeper ones at that point. So like start actually grabbing them from our database instead of right now we always have them. So we can do that. So yeah, let's finish up writing our test, because now by the time we get to the fifth one, so we'll go back to our pyramid of death thing here. So once we hit this, once we are nested 5 levels deep, so if I is less than, I guess, 4, and we should expect the comment to be there. Actually, let's put that on the other side. Otherwise, constant go deeper locator. We'll just say page.locator. We'll just say a button that has that go deeper, has text, go deeper. Should say go go deeper locator. Expect actually go deeper locator. To have count 1. All right, and then once that is, we'll say go deeper locator dot click. Not sure if my eye is right here. I think it is, but we'll figure it out. Then we should be able to see that, and then we should be able to keep going. All right, I'm going to stop the test and we'll restart. Go to the debug. See our automation go. So I'm going to set the breakpoint here. Remove this one so we can just step through this way. First one, second one, third one. So 1, 2, 1 nest, 2 nests, 3 nests, 4 nests, 5 nests. We should see it, but we should also see the button. Nested comment. So this is 1 level deep, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and we don't see the button yet because there is no extra comment to have. So we should be fine. So we'll click continue. If eyes listen, wait, what's my eye? Oh, I didn't check it, so I nested it in the wrong way. Expect comment. Otherwise, go deeper. Should have test. Should have test that. Okay, so we like nested it in the wrong spot. That shouldn't happen. So that's a problem with our test code. I wonder why that was. I guess it's the last reply button just wasn't there. Expect posted comment to have account 1. Otherwise, we should say that count 0. This will get us, I think, closer to on track. Have count 1. All right, let's stop and start the test again. Okay. Set the breakpoint there. All right, so first I has 0, I has 1, I has 2, 3. So at this point we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels deep. So now we should start seeing the go deeper. So next time we should catch on the other breakpoint. Okay, so we should have our count should be 0. That should work. Then our button, go deeper locator, to have test 1, click it. That now work. Worked what I did. That's odd. All right. I don't think that worked. Why is because that never resolves. All right. I think we're good to go there though. I think Playwright might get it. Yeah, I think Playwright got all confused because I changed the code underneath it. Yeah, you have to restart it. It's all fine. We made some changes. I think we're good now. Okay. 2, 3. Next time. Okay, so now we're in the place where we need to start nesting. So now we are going to click the button. Oh, that's still not. Why is that taking so long? Did I mess it up? I think I messed it up, y'all. Oh, yeah, I was too eager. I was too eager. All right. Here we go. Okay. Hey. Okay. Then one more. So we've created the comment array at this point. What was my eye at? 5. So we're doing it a couple more times just to be sure. It's all working. All right. I think that did it. We got a new test to add. So going to go ahead and run the tests. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully we just fix the pyramid of death, though. What did I do in this JSON file? Get out of here. All right. Guess we check Twitter while we're running the tests. Anything in chat? Nah. No one watching right now. Well, good. Been going too long, anyways. Hey, got those new notifications. Hey, a lot of people following me too. That's killer. Healthy amount of likes there too. What I like to see. Almost done with those tests. Got the. Oh no. Pyramid of Death didn't work on mobile, it looks like. I'll have to try that. Oh, wait, was it flaky on mobile? Timeout exceeded. Oh. Pyramid of Death, yeah. Taking a look over here. Pyramid of Death. Succeeded, and we just flat out failed. It's not just that it flaked. I think we probably will see, yeah, it failed a bunch of times. I bet it's just not in view. That's good. Good thing we had this test then. Because, yeah, that ain't good. Let's see. I bet things are starting to break there, and that's part of the issue. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Ah, get out of here. All right, we'll go to so the playwright, this thing, if we debug that way, I like it better because you can set the breakpoints in VS Code, but it's not going to run for our mobile. It's just going to do for the default, which I think is the desktop. So I'm going to do it from the command line here. Do npx playwright test debug. We'll just say our E2E, what we call it, pyramid of death. Debug it. I spelled playwright wrong. Oh, uh-oh. Any idea what happened to the Supaship GitHub? Well, I was just on it. I wonder. So Jeff's in charge of the GitHub. Let's see. I'm so sorry we lost it for you, bro. The Supaship GitHub. I mean, it's right here. I don't see any. Maybe it's because I'm an admin, or Jeff gave me more permissions to the Fireship thing, but it should be there. If it's not there, let me know. I can go text Jeff. We can figure out what's wrong. But yeah, it's so. If you go to master on this branch, it's private. Okay, I'll text. Let me text Jeff. So sorry about that, bro. I'm surprised that's private. Actually, I don't have the. It's Jeff's org. So Jeff has oh cool, yeah, Jeff's got some stuff going on, so I'm not sure he'll be able to get it right away. But I'm letting him know right now to make sure we get that up. Hopefully there should be snippets if you're going with the course, bro. There should be snippets underneath the videos for everything. I think where there's like code that you're going to want to see, like we'll paste it in so you don't have to go into the other one. But it's definitely nice to have that source code there for some other stuff. But yeah, I hate bothering Jeff because he's got some stuff going on, but I'll just let him know that the repo is private. Sweet. All right. I'm sure I'll do that in a couple, at least by tomorrow. But yeah. Yeah, going through the course. Awesome. Hope you enjoy it. Where I'm hoping to do the yeah, let me uh yeah, that file is just so crazy long. Let me post I'll just post a public repo real quick on my GitHub and I'll throw the CSS there for you. So we'll just call the Supaship just so you don't get blocked. Supaship course CSS. I'll just dump it in. Uh, I always forget what you do here. I guess I could just push my whole stuff up there. Oh wait, is this where I could maybe use a gist? And it might be a good use case. Uh, okay. So we'll just call this Supaship course. Let me grab the stuff from that branch. Cancel the debug real quick. It. Um. Course, I think it was. Yeah, course endpoint. And we'll grab that for you, bro. Go. And. 2,000 lines. All right, dude. I think that should do it for you. I'm posting it here in the chat on YouTube. Let me know if that works. So sorry you had that hiccup. Yeah, hopefully we'll get that fixed up soon. All right, what was I doing? I was debugging Camtasia. What are you doing? As you can see, weird in it. I am not great at streaming yet, but I'm having fun. Yeah, hey, you got it. Hope you enjoy the course. I'm hoping to do more bonus courses to stuff going forward. Like essentially what I'm doing here on stream is just add more features on top. So once I solidify some of these, we'll get some more some more lessons on the course in December. So you can keep an eye out for that, and we'll keep making some stuff on the YouTube channel here too. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the course. Hope you have a great day, sir. Bye now. All right, back to work. All right, go back to master. And we'll just run through that debug again. It worked fine for oh, where'd my windows go? Playwright, where'd you go? Oh, there it is. There it goes. So Playwright worked fine for the desktop, so I'm just going to speed through that one. As you can see, just doing all its stuff. So that was desktop working fine, and now we'll see what's the issue on mobile. Oh god, I'm gonna have to click a lot of these buttons to get there. It's okay. Hitting our test post, walking in. I wonder if maybe on mobile I should actually start asking people to go deeper earlier. Maybe. Yeah, it's already getting really tight. Okay. Yeah, it's already broken there. I guess we could do like a media query to figure out what's going on there. I don't know like how most people do that in React, but I'm sure we can figure it out. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I'll probably put like a few levels deep, I guess, in mobile. There are more. All right. So here, click it. Huh. That's odd. And when I click it, it's fine. And now it's going to fail because it's gone. I guess it's just because it's out of the normal viewport. I guess things were going there, like the viewport was adjusting, I noticed. So it's not great. Um Maybe I think just for now, we had like things started to nest at 5. Let's just make that 3. I think that's probably the best thing to do. So inside of our post, start asking people at 3. Then inside of our pyramid of death, file, it's just here. We need to do that too. So we'll do like 3 of them. We'll do 2 of them, and then from there it should start 2 levels deep, and then we should start seeing the question. All right, let's hit cancel there. I'm going to take off the debug, but still leave the file because this is the only one right now. I think this we need to worry about. Nope, didn't like that. Let's hit a debug. Yep. Bug. All right, we get the user signed in. And create our first post. Created our top level comments. Creating our reply. And you can do 2 levels deep, and then we should start seeing after we make this comment. Oh, yeah. 3 levels deep. F count 1. Click it. All right. I mean, this seems to be working now. I don't know why the other one failed. I'll have to let it run and check the logs, I guess. Maybe it was flake, just because I know the flakiness was right around this piece, but I would expect that to be fine. Maybe we just got unlucky with some flake there. Well, and maybe the flake we did didn't fully resolve it. Okay. Go inside there. 2. 3. Created. All right, there's the button. Oh, still having the issue there. I wonder if it's outside the point of the viewport. That could be it. Maybe it's having problems because it's outside the viewport. I can't click it. The playwright thing. Wonder if I can like do a focus on it. Because it looks fine. Go deeper locator and wait. Page. Keyboard. Yes. Try that. Try that, and I'm just going to run it without the debug to see what was going on. Maybe we can catch that flakiness again. I think that worked fine for desktop. It's just failing with mobile still. Yeah. This was fine. Takes a bit long. I think my times are a bit longer too, just because I'm streaming now. But I'm always failing on click action. Oh, I'm failing on clicking the reply. I guess it's over there too. Let's just do that. The same thing I did for the reply. We'll do for the focus. Wait, reply button. Now this needs to be sending the enter. Keyboard. Let's try that. Succeeded on desktop. Succeeded on mobile. It's good enough for me, boys. It's good enough for me. Let's run the whole test suite before we ship it. We'll check Twitter again. This is why we test, to give us a chance to check Twitter. $9 parody account. Nice. Oh, I think this guy works at Supabase, so I'll go give him a follow. Oh, it's so beautiful. Y'all are awesome. I think we'll probably hit 100 likes by the end of the day. See if there's any new comments I missed. Someone commented on this. Trash. Trash rocks. All those streaming guys do. I just want to be cool like them is really the thing. Yeah, I liked every other comment. Killer. All right. How's our test looking? Looking good. No failures yet. The only problem now is I feel like we're gonna have to click a lot to go find that comment to reply to it. Hey, that's all right. Let's. We're all working. Go ahead and push that up. I can't find the command. Roll in the yard build and fire base deploy. It this was fixing the pyramid of death problem. Yeah, so I don't know. Andrew might. He mentioned he was going to look at what Reddit's doing, so maybe we could do like solve it the same way Reddit did at some point in the future. But yeah, for now, I think this will work nice. Let's go check out the live site. Make sure I didn't f everything up. Supaship. My daughter's at the door. Yeah, baby. Oh, is Sadie up? Yeah. All right, give me like 5 minutes, and then we'll go get it. Okay, I'll be out in just a bit, baby. Okay. Love you. All right. Go deeper. Yes. Gotta get to the bottom of the pyramid. How many? Let's go. The responsive design test. We just added the question to go deeper on stream. I have to check out Reddit's solution, and we'll do that next time. People didn't like that. I guess that's fair. Let's go. Yeah, this is where things starts breaking. All right, just making sure. Just on Zoom. If it's on the internet, it's true. 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 All right. Well, at least I don't love the solution, but it works. It makes the homepage a little more reasonable here. So, you know, hey, this is awesome. Awesome to see all the comments here too. I got something on Discord. What? Oh, my friend Evan just reached out. Evan is at a RPG. Well, it's not a game. It's like a for Dungeons and Dragons for DMs, like a tool for DMs to help them do their stuff. So he is in the process of migrating from Firebase to Supabase, actually. So when he does that, I'll get him on the live stream for this. I gotta be sure I upvote all these awesome comments here, because this is pretty cool. I guess this is cool for like just having like a production level. Uh, oh no, production level amount of data coming in to just the boost we're getting from Fireship. I'm not a UI guy. Say I'm not a styles guy. Fixed a bit on stream. Okay. Let add more. There we go. Curious how the message board's looking. Maybe I'll come on the stream later tonight after I get back from the kids, and we'll put in some pagination so we can do it. Like right now, it's paginated, but that's not the best user experience. So I'll get that up there. I also should make it so when you make the post, you should go right into it. So I'll get both of those things in some other one. Hey, there's Evan, and we were just talking about you. But I'm clearing up. I'm taking the kids to McDonald's for some ice cream and to shit post on Twitter some more. So I'm headed out. But I'll see you tomorrow, bro. And thanks everyone for joining. If you're watching this later. But yeah, we did good. We did good today, boys. We'll do some more later. And hope you all had a great Thanksgiving or great weekend if you're outside of the US. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye.